Alright, what's up YouTube? Welcome to the live stream for Thursday, July 29th, 2021. It is Thorogood Thursday here on the Outlaws from the West YouTube channel. So we'll be dressed as a bounty hunter, riding a bounty hunter horse, and using bounty hunter weaponry. I will spend some time today doing some bounty hunting role material as well. Real quick announcement before we get started. I've mentioned this on the channel recently during the streams. In the month of August, I'm going to start looking at working in some other games. Don't worry though, Red Dead Online will always be our main focus on this channel. There's just a couple of cool things that are coming out. Assassin's Creed Valhalla has a DLC coming out August 12th. And then Ghost of Tsushima has a Director's Cut coming out August 20th. So I'm going to start to work in some new games this month. But for now, focus as always will always be Red Dead Online. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi Cassie, how are ya? I'm good, thanks for asking. Happy Thursday. Well, almost Friday for you. Three more minutes, and then it's Friday. Nice. Yeah, I've got 53 minutes and 14 hours. But still. Alright, let's go ahead and get changed into this bounty hunter outfit. Clean our guns real quick. How did I get so rich? Grinding. I mean, I've been playing for the last like 4 or 5 months straight, like 6-hour days. The only time I really took a break was when we were on vacation, and even then I brought my PS4 with me. I didn't play all the time because we're on vacation. I wanted to go into the pool and play mini golf with the kids, but I did play for at least a couple hours each day. In fact, I live streamed while I was on vacation. But there's really no other way to do it. You have to be willing to at least, I say, put in an hour every day and use that hour wisely. I do a lot of daily challenges. I think that's the best way to make gold. At the end of the day, this game's kind of weird. The economy is kind of broken. When you first start out, it's really hard to make money. Probably for like the first 100 levels or so. Money and gold. And then, you know, once you get all the different roles, Moonshiner, Collector, it gets to be a lot easier. And to the point where you have so much money, you don't even have stuff to buy it with. So, buy with it, I mean. So yeah, so you know, 226,000. I was actually watching an old live stream video yesterday. I just went back to watch episode 1 just for like ha-has. I was bored and I was like eating. So anyway, I went back and I looked and I had like less than 100,000. So you can do it quickly. It's just a matter of how much time you're willing to put into it. Even the gold situation, this time 2 weeks ago, I was under 500. I was at 550 originally, and then when the Blood Money update dropped, I went to under 500. I bought Arthur's outfit, I bought a new horse, and you can see already I'm already back up to 523. Now, that being said, I was in the middle of a 28-day streak, which ended yesterday. I'm back down to day 1. But really, it's just grinding. I mean, you have to really like this game. I love it, so I spend a lot of time playing it. Cassie says, my face is starting to become swollen from my wisdom teeth. Yeah, that's, I mean, I know you're worried about getting them taken out, but it's almost like, at this point, it's probably better for you to get that done. So, I know you're apprehensive about that procedure. But, what's it, like 11, 10 more days now? So speaking of daily challenges, this is, I think, going to be a pretty easy day for 9 for 9, and then it looks like maybe we might also get 7 for 7 in general. I'm going to start with some Naturalist stuff. There's 3 farmland animals and 5 samples in 10 minutes. So I'm just going to double down on that. I'm going to try to find like 5 sheep or maybe some sheep and some cows right here at Emerald Ranch. So we'll go ahead and start there. Let's see if there's animals over here. Looks like there's some sheep. I say combination because I think I might have too many sheep samples to do all 5. Let's see. Oh no, I have enough. I have enough room. So we can just do 5 sheep and be done with this. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, there's my 5 victims. Don't all run away from the gunfire, guys. What the world? These guys are just sitting here getting shot. I want to make sure I don't... Let's just shoot them all now. I think this is the last one. Thank you for waiting so patiently, friend. We'll see if all 5 of these guys stay asleep. Or sedated. So, I love days like this, where you can like double down on some of these challenges. It's unfortunate that this is happening on day 1 of my streak. And not day 2, or 28 rather. Because if it were, this would be a half a gold bar. Just for doing this right here. You know, as it is, it's going to be like, I think 0.15 for each, so it'll be, you know, a third of a gold bar. But just to answer your question, nope. E, that's like, you know, that's point one. So there's one daily challenge, and then once I sample these other two guys, it'll be 2 daily challenges in a span of like 30 seconds. So this is how you do it. Certainly not glorious. I guess my overarching message for this game would be: there's a lot to do in this game. Find what you like doing and just do it. I know Moonshine Deliveries are not like the most glamorous thing, but it's 220 something bucks every time and like 1,000 XP. You get like 800 for the delivery itself, and then 200 when you make a new batch. So that would be my advice. You know, I mean, Moonshine Deliveries is not glamorous at all, but I like it. I don't, you know, I'm weird like that. But I figured that out early on, and I do, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 Moonshine Deliveries a day. I might only do 1 or 2 here on the channel. So, let's take a look at some of this stuff. So Naturalist, we just got those 2, and this one kind of started on its own. We just don't have to kill an animal for 24 hours. That's pretty easy. As long as you don't kill too many animals accidentally, you'll be okay. So, Cassie says, Otani hit another home run today. Yeah, he's a beast. What's that, 37? I think that's 37. There's some Moonshiner stuff we can do. That's easy. Change the core. We did this one yesterday, but it's in the challenges again today. That's easy. I probably won't do this one unless we need it at the end. But we'll go do these 2 right now. We'll head over to the Moonshine Shack. Not too far from here. And we'll cruise. Autopilot. Number 37, and it won us the game. Nice. Game-winning home run, huh? Love that. Hi, Key Girl. How are you today? Real quick, as you guys are coming in, if you could just drop a like, I appreciate that. It helps me out a lot. It promotes this video to other people who are interested in Red Dead Online. Don't run into the train. You know, I love autopilot, but sometimes stuff like that happens. Thankfully, the train wasn't moving. I had a funny thing happen yesterday. I mentioned how autopilot, you don't usually run into stuff, but occasionally you do. And yesterday, I ran right after stream was over. I ran right into an NPC, and it was like, I actually didn't fall off my horse. He did though. He got pretty messed up. And then because I was on autopilot, and I didn't come off my horse just kept going. Like, as if nothing happened. He fled the scene of the accident. Oh, I love when that happens. I'm literally walking up, and the icon goes away. Come on, guys. No. I want to enter the shack, please. Thank you. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Actually, had a lot of fun yesterday. You guys in chat. So that like changed. Not that I was in a bad mood to begin with. I was in kind of a neutral mood, and then we had a great stream yesterday. So it kind of carried over to this morning. Feeling good. I actually spent some time last night during Austin BMX's live stream. He had community night last night. I encourage you to go check that out. I don't want to spoil it too much, but he had a lobby full of people dressed as Dutch.
This batch is perfect.
It was wild. So don't leave my stream. Stay right there for now. But when we're done today, if you have time, go check that out. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, I'm really loving this game right now. I think the community is great. Yeah, you get occasional griefers, which sucks. But I think mostly it's good people who just want to have fun and love this game. So
who will appreciate it. And most important, They will pay for it too. Now, all you have to do is to be attentif, eh? Seigneur, ayez pitié.
Oh. We got the long distance delivery here. It's alright. So we'll get into some bounty hunter stuff a little later on today. I promised that during yesterday's stream. We'll definitely do some bounty hunter stuff. There's some daily challenges I want to tackle. And then I also want to get into doing maybe a couple legendaries. I know there's a cooldown when you do legendaries, so we'll try to space them out, I guess, with other stuff. Or not. Maybe I'll just save it for the end, and we'll just do one. We'll figure that out as we go along. I don't like to plan these things out too much. I kind of like to let the stream take us where it takes us. This guy's in my way. I'd like to get by. Can you go left? Oh, or drive into that tree. That's cool too. Thank you, sir. Let's see what happens here. This is going to be a heck of a run if I got revenue agents chasing me. Let's see.
Doing wagon checks for moonshine and the like. All right?
Let's see. Guns away. We should be in good shape.
So, what should I expect?
How do I level up in Trader so I can start in Moonshine? So there's a couple different ways to do Trader. If you're looking to do it quickly and just blow right through it, which I don't recommend. If you like the Trader role, you know, don't rush through it, certainly, because once you get to the end and you're fully leveled up, then there's like nothing new to do. And I know they're talking about maybe doing an expansion for Trader. But anyway, so what I would recommend you could do, if you have the Naturalist role, there's a really easy way to do it. You just go to Harriet, accept one of the legendary animal missions, and rather than sedating the animal at the end of it, you kill it. And then you skin it, put it on your horse, and you can donate that to Crips at the camp. If you don't have the Naturalist role, then you're kind of stuck trying to do that same strategy with legendary animals and free roam, which for me used to be great because I was getting legendary animals all the time. However, since the Blood Money update, I have not been seeing legendary animals in free roam. Occasionally I'll see them. I mentioned yesterday on the stream, if it's not within the first 5 or 10 minutes of me loading into the session that I see a legendary animal, then I know I'm probably not going to see one, like, at all. And I'm talking like 4-hour streams, and then even after the stream is over still playing. I mean, I went, that first week with the Blood Money update, I went like 40 hours of gameplay without seeing a legendary animal. Now, I've watched other people live stream, I've watched other people do videos. It's not a widespread issue. It is happening to some other players, but it doesn't seem to be happening to everyone, and doesn't seem to be a rhyme or reason as to why it's happening. So, I would love to sit here and say Rockstar is aware of it and they're on the case, but I also know last year around the same time when they did an update, the same thing happened with all animals, and it was like basically a summer of playing without any animals, which is a great game, not so great if there's not any animals spawning. Third way, and this is what I would recommend anyway, because I feel like it's more real to life, which I'm big on. When I play this game, I like to treat it as if it's real life, which is kind of crazy, I know, but that's how I do it. Just hunt animals that are going to yield you good results from the tournament. So the biggest one is cougars. It's always the best animal, as hard as they can be to kill, and you're probably going to die if you're at a low level a few times trying to hunt a cougar or cougars. But a poor pelt cougar will yield you more than some perfect pelt animals. Next one is like buck and deer. Those are probably the easiest to hunt, and also, you know, it's not going to kill you like a cougar will. But if you get to the point in Trader where you have the hunting wagon, I highly recommend it, because then you can load 5 large animals on the wagon. And also then you can use your horse. You can store 5 pelts or 4 pelts and 1 carcass on your horse. Large animals. And a lot of people don't know this, the horse's saddle actually has 2 slots, 1 on each side, for smaller animals like rabbits, raccoons, possum, badgers, turkeys, you know, birds like that, geese, ducks, whatever. So my recommendation is set aside like an hour or 2, if you can afford it, and just go hunting. And hunt everything that you can store on your horse, and if you have the wagon. So I think that's the best way to level up. Probably, maybe not the fastest, right? But again, it's real to life. It's what I do, you know. The wagon at first, when I first was like getting ready to, you know, once I leveled up far enough to get the wagon, I was kind of like apprehensive. I'm like, what do I need a wagon for? It really is helpful. The downside is when you hunt. Actually, I'll show you an example real quick. We can do an example real quick. We'll go back. So this is what I do, right? Get your lasso. Whether you have a regular lasso or reinforced lasso, you want to use a lasso. You can certainly spend your time looking for perfect pelts. I don't tend to waste too much time on that. If there's like 5 deer in an area and one's perfect, that's the one I'm going to go for. But if there's only 1 deer in the area and it's not perfect, I don't stress over it. Here comes a deer right now. Let's see. Yeah, see, 2-star. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't stress over that. So chase it down. You can shoot it if you want, but you have the potential of losing the quality of it. So I like to do this. Rope it. Hopefully it doesn't get caught on the tree. Which way am I going here? Hold on. Bad example. Okay, here we go. And then as you get closer to it, kill. You stab it with your knife, right? And there's no possibility of pelt damage. It stayed a 2-star the whole time. You could try an arrow. If you miss and hit it in the gut, then you're going to ruin the pelt. If it was perfect, it might go as far as being low. So then anyway, then you go to your stables real quick. You call it your hunting wagon. This is where it gets a little sketchy sometimes. If you're in like I'm next to the road right now, so it's kind of a bad example, but if you're in an area where you're far from the road, the wagon may not reach you. So like you'd have to put it on your back and carry it like halfway across the map sometimes. If you're in the desert or in some places in like the plains of New Hanover, that can be a little difficult. But anyway, so you just store it on your wagon. You can then dismiss the wagon. And there's like a 2-minute cooldown. So if you get another deer within the next 2 minutes and you want to do that same thing, you're gonna have to wait for the wagon to be available again. It's really not I just mentioned it as like kind of a footnote. It's not a huge deal. But that's how I do the bulk of my hunting. The only other time I don't do that little lasso trick is if I'm like in the middle of riding and a cougar tries to attack me. So you can only do it with certain animals though, deer, buck, elk. And the nice thing about that is, not only are you getting your animal, but you get credit for... Whoops, wrong menu. Hold on, bear with me. Under the hunting menu of the awards, you get kill large animals with a knife. So you can see, I've done this 383 times already. So really, that's the only way I hunt when I'm like actively hunting. If it's one thing if it's like I'm trying to protect myself from a cougar or a wolf or a bear. But yeah, that'll maintain perfect quality. And really, trader role, it's all about getting to level 10 so you can get that wagon. So I hope that helps, and I have more tips and tricks. I may even do like a video one day for that. But yeah, once you get to 10, you can use the hunting wagon, just as I did there. And again, that wagon will hold 4 large carcasses. 5. Did I say 4? 5. I don't know why I said 4. 5 large carcasses. And then you now use your horse too, as like you can use like you can skin it there. You can put a pelt on the horse. You can do 4 pelts and a carcass. I promise you, if you do 4 pelts and a carcass, and they're all like really good quality, and then a couple rabbit carcasses on the side, that will get you like a third of the way to filling up Crips's butcher table. And then while he's making the goods, you just go out and do that again. Might take you like 2-3 hours to fill up the table and get 100 goods, but that's what I recommend. So hopefully that helps. And that's awesome. I'm happy to share that knowledge. Put on autopilot so I can read some chat. I think I saw Austin check in. What's up, buddy? How you doing today? And Cassie said your friend came in second in her heat racing Olympics today. Cool. Awesome. Bear with me 1 second, guys. I'm having some trouble with my work computer. Not sure where my horse is going. I said autopilot back to the Moonshine Shack. Horse is like, forget this, I'm out of here. Alright. Yeah, hopefully she can win gold again. I don't know, I'm kind of torn. I know you obviously want her to win. But if she's going against Ledecky, we might be at odds.
I am doing it now.
Alright, we'll go ahead and start a new batch here.
So, what shall we create? Very good. This will be a strong one.
I do think it's important to have like all 4 rolls as soon as you can get them.
Now we must
Because
be patient.
it'll help you. You know, the Moonshiner, literally, you set this, right? You do what I just did there, and then
A good
in
saying, huh?
48 minutes or so, whenever the... It's supposed to be 48 minutes. But sometimes you're not, you know, you might be in the middle of something. Either way, usually like 48 minutes to an hour, you come back, and it's like easy money. So you can go do other stuff while you have your Moonshiner. Alright, so we need to change decor for gold today.
Alright, let's get to business.
Just like that. Should be on there. Yeah, I don't mind if either of them... Yeah, me either. I mean, I'm not like a huge... You know, a lot of people watch the Olympics to get a little obsessed with their own country, which is fine. But I think it's one of the times where it's okay to root for other people too. You know, it's just cool to see those athletes on the world stage, whether they're American or Australian in your case, or whatever country they're from. It's just cool to see. And I always, especially with the Olympics, I respect most athletes regardless of whether they play for my team or another team, because of all the training that goes into it. You know, I think sometimes they make it look so easy that people forget how talented they really are and how much time they spend crafting their art, for lack of a better term. 'Cause that's what it is, really. And in the case of the Olympics, I mean, literally, they train 4 years for, like, in some cases, 30 seconds of time. So, you have to, I think you have to respect that, whether it's for your country or for another country. Yeah, it is. It's amazing to watch, for sure. Alright, so let's take a look. I know there was some collector stuff. So yeah, we actually do have 6 large animal carcasses donated to Crips. I'm tempted to go do some of that stuff. I do want to do some bounty hunter stuff too, though. I know we said we're going to do some bounty hunter stuff today. And then there's some general stuff we can do too. Cougars killed, herbs sold. Some of this stuff is pretty easy. I think we're going to do a 7 for 7 and a 9 for 9 today. I just got to have the cooperation of my internet. Oh, I reset that timer by killing that deer. Whoops. Alright, so we'll wait a little bit before we kill anything else. That was kind of a brain fart on my end. I forgot that we're in the middle of that. That's okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm still trying to figure out this fork computer today. I don't know what's going on. It's kind of silly. I have like a weird job where I can do my job at any time of the day, so I usually get up early in the morning and do it. And then I log back on later at night. So I put in my 8 hours just like anybody else, but I still have to be online in the middle of the day, just in case anything happens. Okay, hold on. Now I'm getting security code memos. Alright, it says success, so I think we're alright now. Sorry about that, guys. Duty calls, as they say. I grew up loving Michael Phelps. Yeah, same here. Well, I was a little older by the time he got started, but still appreciate everything that he has done for U.S. sports and U.S. Olympics. And actually, I was in Baltimore kind of around the same time that he was doing his run, and that's where he's from. He's from that area. I actually drove by the training facility where he would train. I was gonna do some collector stuff. Let's go up to here. Yeah, I'm upset. I haven't really had a chance to watch too much of the Olympics. And I feel like it's so shady over here with the way that our media works. My wife was watching it the other day, and they were like, "We're going live," and I'm like, "No, you're not live. Like, this already happened. I could go to Google and look up the results in like 30 seconds." But our media, and like they say that, like the announcer says that, but they can't even like put live on the screen because otherwise it's like, I don't know, false advertising or something. But it's just so shady the way they operate. It bothers me, as I'm sure you can hear in my voice. Like, why lie about it? It's still exciting to watch, even if you know the result. And if you don't want to know the result, that's fine. But the media shouldn't be saying it's live when it's not live. So we gotta get 3 cards, 3 jewelry, and turn in 3 items to Madame Nazar. So the collector roll stuff is easy today. It usually is, but it's even easier today than usual, I think. It says we got 6 people in here. I feel like that's a good amount. I'm glad to see that many people. Welcome. If you're new, I'd appreciate if you could click the like button on this video. It helps me reach a wider audience, so appreciate that support. And if you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and do that. It do daily Red Dead live streams here on the channel, weekdays anyway. So if live streams of video games is something you're interested in, this is the place for you. Subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and you'll get notified whenever I go live. Cassie says, when Michael Phelps started racing in the Olympics, I wasn't even a year old. Yeah, that's you're making me feel old now. I was like 20 something. I'm an old man. What can I say? So we're heading over to Carmody Dell. There's another tarot card in the barn. And then there's one more Heartland oil field, so we'll just grab those two. We'll be done with the tarot cards for the day. Sometimes there's a treasure map right there on that tree to the right. You'll know it's there because there'll be a lantern at the base of it. If you're riding in this area and you see a weird light, check that out, because it's most likely a treasure map. There's also sometimes a treasure hunter on these cliffs to my left. I say cliffs, that little rise, I guess, it's not really cliffs. To the left. So this is a good area for if you're interested in treasure maps and treasure hunting. It's a good area for finding that kind of stuff. I'm obsessed with this autopilot cinematic these days. I just love the way it looks. It's great until your horse runs into a train, right, Cassie? Or for you, it's great when the horse runs into the train. Knock knock. Oh, too far. Come here, horse. You know what? Go away. Just for like a minute. Remember. Thank you. Alright. Tarot card number 2. Cassie says, I also enjoy watching the swimming from the 2000 Olympics, especially the swimming relays of the men's and Kathy Freeman's 400 win. Yes, yeah. I like swimming. I feel like I don't watch a ton of Olympics, but when I do, it's usually either swimming or track. I dismissed my horse too recently. Fine. I'll wait. And try again. There we go. Easy, horse. Alright, here we go. Possibility for a wipeout. Oh, that bull was getting ready to charge me. I think I got on the horse just in time. Here we go. We're gonna take a wide berth. And jump. Alright, we made it. Woo! Nice job, everyone. Cat's is disappointed, though. Alright, Heartland oil fields. It's like right next to the O. So yeah, I mentioned that I was part of Awesome BMX's live stream last night. He does community nights on Wednesday, and he hasn't been able to get his Xbox to work, so the PlayStation players have been getting some extra time, and it was great. He had everyone dress up like Dutch, and we all did a bunch of activities. I encourage you, later, when you have time, to go check that out. You'll see me. I'm in there dressed as Dutch. I did a lot of dancing, smoking cigars. But yeah, there was a lot of fun activities that we all did together. It was like 25 Dutches running around. He's crazy. His live streams are nuts. Alright, that should be 3 of 3. Yep, there's our gold. Australia doesn't have many good track and field athletes at the moment. Yeah, I'm sure you'll get there. I know I don't remember them having good swimming either until recently, which is weird because I feel like you guys got a lot of ocean there, and I feel like probably a lot of good swimmers just based on the fact that there's a lot of ocean. But I don't remember when I was a kid, I don't remember Australia having a good swimming team. Maybe it's just my memory. But in recent years, you guys have been killing it. I said recent years, last 20 years, we'll say. Just checking my notes real quick, guys. Want to make sure I mark off the fact that we got our tarot cards. Alright, let's look for some jewelry. And in the process, we'll head kind of down. Madame Nazar's down here today, for those of you who are wondering, down Bulger Glade. Usually like this area here. So, we're going to work our way down there. And we'll stop at Dewberry Creek. The track and field team is in quarantine. I'm assuming one person got sick and then there was a outbreak. I'll be alright. They broke out of jail. No, outbreak. Kind of a foggy early morning here. Why does it have me go that way? I don't want to go that way. I don't want to eat those peaches either. I'll go this way. I'm just going to go right for the red dot. Try not to kill any animals in the process, because we're still trying to do 24 hours without any kills. Horse is hungry. Yeah, see, I would have went all the way around. That is ridiculous. They've all been tested and waiting the results. That's crazy that, like, that's one of the things that's coming. A lot of crazy things with this virus, right? I mean, we could do an hour-long segment just on that. But that's not what you're here for. In fact, most of you are probably here to get away from talk about the virus. But let's talk about it real quick. The craziest part to me in all of it is that you can be sick. Like, you can have the virus and not have any symptoms. So you don't know that you're sick. Like, I mean, and that happens with a lot of other viruses too. Like, even the flu. You can be sick with it for like 24 hours before you start showing signs of it, and in those 24 hours, that's when you're like the most contagious, so you can give it to other people. But at least there's like eventually an indicator that you were sick or are sick. This, it's like you can walk around for 2 weeks or even longer, not knowing that you have this thing, and be infecting other people. It's just insane to me. Like, it turns the whole virus thing that I knew growing up on its head. Like, for years we were told, you know, if you have symptoms, stay home, don't get other people sick. Now it's like, you can't control that. And at the same time, the whole world has gotten crazy, and they're like blaming people for getting other people sick, and it's like, well, I didn't know I was sick. I'm wearing my mask, I'm vaccinated, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, and people are still getting sick. Now, that being said, you should do those things. You should definitely, you know, be responsible, but don't, you know, if you get sick from somebody, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of like, do this and you won't get sick, do that and you won't get sick, and it's like, okay, no, do this and you might not get sick, do this and you might not get sick. So I can go into a whole like big long spiel, but no one ever listens to the things I say when stuff like this happens anyway. So, but I think ultimately, stop getting mad at people over stuff like this. You can't control when you get sick. I mean, you can to a certain degree, but I don't think anybody's out there getting anyone sick intentionally. So let's stop acting like people are. That's all I have to say about it. And I'll shut up now. I'll step down off of my pedestal. Passionately about it, one way or the other. The problem is, to me, whether it's lab made or not, right? To me, that is the source of the issue, but it is not the issue right now. So what I'm trying to say with that is, I can tell you what I think, but there's a whole lot of people who think the other way. whether I think it's lab-made or not. So without me even telling you what I think about that, I can tell you there's already like 50% of people who feel differently, right? So if I think it's lab-made, there's 50% of people who think it's not. If I don't think it's lab-made, there's 50% of people who think it is. So we get caught up in this whole thing, and then what ends up happening is, like I was saying, everybody gets all mad at each other, and it's like we lose sight of the actual issue. So yeah, maybe it was lab-made, but are we ever going to prove that? I don't know. I would love for someone to come out and show me, and I think there's evidence to support it, but I would love for someone to come out and say, yes, 100%, undeniable proof, lab-made, moving on. Like, you know, it happened in China, we're going to start pressing charges against them for crimes against humanity, but none of that stuff is going to happen. Even if it were true that it were lab-made. Which, again, it might be, it might not be. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I think it might be. I think it might be. But the issue at this point is not whether it is or it isn't. The issue is how people treat each other who feel one way or the other. Right? So, I know I have friends and family. I'll say it like this, right? So here in America, I don't know if you're from America, nope. But if you are, you probably know everything I'm going to say. It's like so divided right now. And well, it feels divided, let me say that, right? So I think what's happening is we have our two political parties. Well, we have three, but two, actually more than three. But the two big ones, right? Democrat, Republican. I feel like a lot of what we're hearing is the most vocal of people on the right, conservatives, Republicans, whatever you want to call them, people on the right. I feel like I have pretty good knowledge and insight into this because I'm pretty independent. Like, I'm registered as an independent voter. I maybe tend to lean a little conservative, but that's because I'm just trying to catch up to all the stuff that's happening on the left. I think eventually I usually get there, but it takes some time sometimes, and I'm certainly not, you know, far left or far right. But what's happening is you got the vocal minority on the far right and the vocal minority on the far left, and they're just kind of yelling at each other, just screaming at each other right now. But that's probably only maybe 10% of people, 5% on the right and 5% on the left. There's like a whole other 90% of people that are like somewhere in the middle of those two extremes. And anytime one of us, I say us because 90% of people is a good majority, anytime one of us tries to make a point one way or the other, we get drowned out by all the screaming on the other 10%. So you have to be careful with what you're seeing in the news and on comments on things like Facebook and here on YouTube, because a lot of times it can feel like the majority of people feel that way, one way or the other, and it's not. It's just the people who don't have anything else to do. They think that they're right, and there ain't no convincing them of anything else. You'll never change their mind, no matter what you do or say. And at the end of the day, it ends up hurting everyone in the long run because no one's listening to each other. So I'm a big advocate for, obviously, talking. I've talked like for the last 10 minutes about this. But I'm also an advocate for listening, and I feel like we need to do more of that. You know, everybody's just kind of waiting their turn to talk. No one's actually listening to what the other person's saying. So that's my spiel. Again, I'll step back down off my pedestal. What do you guys think?
It is good to see you are not yet too illustrious for my humble company.
I am sure there is something here to pique your curiosity.
Facts you had to bend with Trump. Explain that? Respect if you did. Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. Again, registered independent. I tend to lean a little more libertarian in my views.
Done.
That being said, there's a lot of things about both parties that I don't care for. And there's a lot, I think, again, people could listen to each other. I just wish people would listen to each other more instead of just like, yelling over each
I pay more
other.
for the whole set, you know. But the whole set is worth your while.
And honestly, I don't even like to talk about this stuff. Like, the fact I just talked about it for 10 minutes is kind of crazy. I used to, like, never tell people who I was voting for. I remember in those days, it was good. It was great when no one knew who you were voting for. Now it's like, people brand themselves like it's a sports team or something. It's wild.
Oh, you held on to that one,
Yeah, actually, that's what I was just saying. None of my business. Yeah, it's really none of anyone else's business. Like, at the end of the day, and I feel like I've got some insight into this. I never would have thought this 20 years ago, or felt this way 20 years ago. But for me now, it's all about my family, right? My friend Tim, my best friend for like 40 years, 30 years, best man at my wedding. He hit me with some knowledge recently that like really opened it up for me. He said, we're the CEOs for our family. So like, and that's true. Like, I'm making decisions, financial and otherwise, for my family. Like, you do you make the decisions you feel are appropriate for your family, and I'll make the decisions that are appropriate for my family. We may be at odds sometimes with those two things, but ultimately, if that's what everyone's doing, and kind of staying out of each other's way otherwise, I think we're going to be in a lot better place. Again, I've never been in certain situations, so I can't sit here and say, like, yeah, I'm an expert on everything. But what I can do is listen to people who have been in those situations and try to learn from their experiences, right? There's two ways to learn in life. One is from your own experiences, the mistakes you make, and try not to make them again. And then from other people's experiences. And I think, you know, if you have someone who you trust... So what I started to say there actually was about family. My father-in-law is what I would call a staunch Republican. He's about as conservative as they come across the board. His sister, his own sister, is complete opposite of that. And nothing frustrates me more than going to family functions and hearing them just, like, yell at each other. And they're not listening to what the other person is saying. And they both are making good points, but the other one's not listening. They're not listening to each other. So they're constantly at odds. But I like to have fun with it. At least I used to. I can't do it anymore. It's not as much fun anymore. But like, I knew she was very passionate about President Obama when he was in office, and my father-in-law was not. So I literally would walk in the room and just go, Obama, and just watch him go. And they would argue for, you know, hours, basically, if you let them. So, but I don't do that anymore. It was fun back in the day to do that. It's gotten a little too serious now. You can't really do that anymore. Let's go do some Bounty Hunter in West Elizabeth. People on the channel are like, get back to the game. Okay, let's get back to the game. Now that I set a fire in chat, I can see chat blowing up. I haven't looked at it yet, but I can see the notifications coming in that there is chat. Maybe this is what I need to do on the channel. Make some more controversial stances. And that's another thing too. So that is, I feel like, another layer of the problem. I know I said I'd get back to the game. I'm sorry guys, but I gotta talk about this stuff. Because I feel like, again, I'm trying to take like a different approach to it all. Another aspect of it is you have people who don't believe a word of what they are saying or doing, but they're doing it to make their own brand stand out. So, like, you know, you get these Congress people, senators, and even, you know, some of the administration staff. They literally don't care about you at all. Republican, Democrat, or otherwise. They do not care about you. They only care about your vote. And make sure, in their mind, make sure that donation check to the campaign clears. That's all they care about. And if you think anything otherwise, you're a fool. And again, both sides. They only care about the money and staying famous. I promise you. I promise you that. If you take nothing else out of these live streams, these celebrities that talk about all this stuff, they don't care about that. They're promoting a new movie or a new album release. They don't care about you. Looks like people are all checking in. We're all aliens. Yeah. Hey, let's talk about that. That's something fun we can talk about. So I have these conspiracy theories, which again, just a real quick, put a final period on the politics thing. Conspiracy theories are not only a conservative thing. It's not only one side that has conspiracy theories, okay? So let's stop with that. But fun conspiracy theories, like whether or not aliens are a thing. Look at all these bounties. These are all multiples. Boo. Alright, different bounty board. I think it's cool that the U.S. government is finally admitting that UFOs are a thing. But to kind of talk about my earlier point about that, you know, how long did that take? It took them 50 years to finally admit it. And only because probably to distract everybody from everything else that's going on. But anyway, so Key Girl said we're all aliens. My crazy conspiracy theory about aliens and UFOs is that they are future versions of us. I think I've talked about this on the channel before. There's a little UFO sighting hut in single player. Actually not too far from where I just was, where I picked up that tarot card. And I think it's us from the future. And I don't know why we're here. I don't know why future versions of us are here, but they figured out a way to come back to the past. And they're trying to maybe warn us about something. Or they know something went wrong somewhere, and now they're coming back to try and study it. So almost like we're the animals in the zoo, but we're also, future generations of us are also the patrons of the zoo. And who knows, maybe that's what vacations are in the future. Vacations are you go back and watch what happened in history. But anyway, evidence to support this theory, there's not much. But if you look at the evolution of man, from like the Neanderthal days till now, there are like a few key points. One is we've gotten taller, standing more straight up. Two is less hairy. And three is bigger brains. Or heads. So, if you take those three things from the past to where we are today, and map that out to the future, I think it's pretty clear, cut and dry that, as Key said, we are all aliens. So anyway, that's my theory there. Kind of some crazy topics already today. What are we? Are we even an hour into this? We're not even an hour into this live stream. We're talking about politics. I just went on some tangent about aliens. If you're new to the channel, and you like this kind of content, don't forget to turn on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. In all seriousness, this is I love talking about this stuff, and it's kind of cool to have this kind of platform, if you will, to be able to share ideas. To me, that's what it's all about. Like, back in the day, if I wanted to talk about this stuff, I'd have to like get together with a group of friends who kind of already know how I feel about this thing. Nowadays, I can talk about it on the interwebs. I just ran something over. That didn't reset my 24-hour clock, did it? Please no. Anyway, nowadays I can talk about it on the interwebs, and people from halfway across the world can hear my message and either agree with me or not. Ah, it did reset it. I must have been so flippin' close. Okay, we're gonna take 3 on the no-kill animals for 24 hours. You know, and it bothers me. I mentioned this yesterday. Here's some game-related stuff. Yesterday I mentioned how it seems like on Wildlife Wednesdays when I try not to kill animals, all I get is these kill challenges. Like, there was 3 of them yesterday where I had to kill animals in order to get the challenge, so I didn't do them. Today is not no kill, and I have the no kill thing for 24 hours. I mean, I played this game for like 4 hours yesterday and only killed like 2 animals accidentally. Which, I actually went back and watched some of that. I think it was only 1 animal. I killed 1 horse by accident during shootout. But the animals, I got killed yesterday. I think a grizzly bear definitely got me. I think the other thing was a cougar. So I was killed by more animals than I killed yesterday. So how's that for you? Where is this guy? Oh, what's that? Speaking of cougars. Oh, that's a black bear. Never mind. That's crazy. I set that waypoint way over there. Where's this guy? Oh, grizzly bear. Oh boy. Let's have some fun with this. Let's see if we can get the grizzly bear to chase us. I tried this yesterday with the cougar. No, it didn't work. Oh, here he comes. Let's see, can I get him to go after these guys? Come on, Mr. Bear. Let's see. Hold on, everybody.
Get out of here.
Yes! The bear's attacking the guys.
Get out right now.
Come on. I'm gonna like...
Make yourself scared.
I'm gonna go after the bounty. Oh yeah, this guy's pointing a gun at me. Oh, here we go. Target is trying to escape. Come on, Mr. Bear.
You're dead.
Yes, get that guy. I wish I could see this. Alright, what's going on? These guys are all booking it for the bear. Alright, let's go get the bounty. I feel like he separated himself. We'll let the bear handle those guys. Where did the bounty go? Oh, he's way over this way. Hold on. You know, see, I'm trying to have a little fun. There he goes. Yeah, alright, the bear is taking care of those other guys. Cliffs. Oh, is that the bear? I don't want to kill the bear. I wanted the bear to kill these other guys. Oh, those are horseback. Alright, it seems the bear did not do... Oh, the bounty escaped. I'm terrible. You know... This guy's still shooting on me. Get out of here.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, let me catch up on chat. I feel like I missed. Don't forget about our deadly snakes. Yes, deadly snakes in Australia. Austin says he does stuff to make people mad because it's funny. Yeah. Yeah. My great-grandkid's watching me right now. Disappointed. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's your great-grandkid's coming back and they're like, man, that great-grandpa. Hey, Ticket. Cheers, mate. Do you believe in ghosts and stuff like that? I do, to a degree. I don't know. I've probably read too many, like, Dean Koontz books. If you're not familiar with Dean Koontz, he's like Stephen King light. And it's that's another thing too. People always argue about the two of those. I feel like, why can't you just enjoy both? But I really like one of my favorite series by Dean Koontz is Odd Thomas series. It's basically like the kid from Sixth Sense grew up to be a teenager and still sees dead people. It's a great series where he like has to figure out like what the dead person wants in order to help them pass on to the next world. So I think there's some element of that. Again, I would argue it's similar to the alien thing where we like our minds just haven't figured out what's going on. So like, you know, maybe there's some other dimension that we go into after we, you know, parallel to our own dimension that when we pass on, when we die, we go into there. And I think some people who pass on have a hard time. My trying to say? I'm not trying to say this. So I know what I believe. I'm just trying to find a way to convey it that doesn't sound too crazy and kind of makes some sense. Like, you know, maybe your grandmother who passed away is looking for your grandfather who passed away 20 years prior, and she can't find him. So she's kind of like stuck here, kind of like an in-between, if you will, this life and the next life. Because it always seems to be around, like, either they're looking for, like, a lost heirloom, or there's some kind of, like, romantic connection. There's always, like, a reason for it, right? It's not just, like, someone hanging out, causing trouble. Although there's that, too, right? Poltergeists and stuff like that. So I believe in, you know, first and foremost, I believe in an afterlife. I know that's kind of a, not necessarily controversial, but not everyone believes that, right? So I do believe in an afterlife. And I think there may be, like, varying degrees of that. Like, you can really get into the whole heaven and hell thing. But again, maybe there's more than just those two options. So then you're into, yeah, what is the reason for them not fully passing on? And that's one thing I liked about the Thomas books. Not to ruin it for anybody, but if you haven't read those books, I would encourage you to do so. Or there's a movie that came out. The movie's not so great, but the books are really good. You know, it's really all about him trying to figure out what the ghost wants, and helping the ghost move on to the next life. And there's usually some element of, like, the ghost knows of, like, a crime ring. So if he brings down the crime ring. In the first book, he exposes a terrorist plot on a mall in the area. And as he, like, tries to save the day and save people from dying in the mall, he also helps some of the ghosts that are involved. But yeah, definitely something. Too many people have. It's like the UFO thing, right? Too many people have seen it. To these are still multiples. I don't know what I'm doing here. We're gonna go to rigs. Too many people have seen something, and whether or not you and I believe them, they believe it's true. And maybe they're just crazy, but I don't think so. As far as the paranormal activity, I know you mentioned that, Cassie, in a previous stream. Those guys, I feel like a lot of that is sensationalized. Maybe not all of it, but I feel like they're kind of over the top on purpose in order to get views. So while I believe in ghosts and things like that, I don't necessarily believe everything that you see in those quote-unquote documentaries. I believe in them. When I was in grade 7, our classroom was haunted and stuff happened that wasn't explainable. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, unexplained mysteries. My mom talks to ghosts, and she gets messages when she was younger, days before someone was going to die. So that's kind of like, Key Girl, that's a great point. That's kind of like what I was talking about with these books, right? So there's like these signs, and again, this is all fiction, but I believe it's based in some kind of reality. This character has the ability to see, like, signs and stuff like that that lead him to believe there's going to be an attack on a mall. And that's, like, when all the action kind of starts. So, and I think there's stuff like that. I think there's some people that are naturally gifted. Again, I think there's people that take advantage of that, but I think ultimately there's a lot of people who can actually communicate. Some of it's garbage, right? Some of it's complete garbage. But other I feel like the ones that can actually do it try to keep a low-key, low profile about it. I like the ones that they're not trying to do it, right? Like a lot of those things, like I remember John Edwards back in the day, that was a big thing. Like he always knew, like he said he was talking to your grandma, but it was all just him, like the questions he had asked you previously led to him finding out enough knowledge that like it was all fake, right? South Park did a great episode on it. But there are other people who like, remain anonymous that I think can communicate. If they're not trying to get rich off of it, then I'm okay with it. It's more, to me, it's more believable. If you're just like, if that's what you're into, that's your hobby. But I've seen some things, you know. I swear I saw like a Bigfoot-looking creature one time, which is weird because we live in an area of Connecticut that's not really that wooded. So why would there be a Bigfoot creature here? But that being said, with the Pacific Northwest, there's so much woods, an area that hasn't been explored. That's another thing too. Like we try to trick ourselves, humans in general. We try to trick ourselves into believing we know everything. I think it makes us feel more comfortable. But like, you know, we explore outer space, we explore the deep blue sea, all of that stuff. We probably know like 1% of everything in those regions. And I feel like the Pacific Northwest is the same way. Like there's no way you could ever, you'd have to take everybody on the earth and do like a search, like how they do for missing kids. You know, just everyone get in a line, start on the coast of Washington and work your way east. And even then, who knows if you'll find it, because it could be in Canada. I guess what I'm trying to say is there's no way, we'll never know everything. So, but yeah, Bigfoot and stuff like that. I'm fascinated by it. I don't know if it's real or not, but I'm fascinated by it, and I'm fascinated by the people who believe that it's real. Because they're either completely crazy, or they're right. There ain't no in between. And that's kind of cool. I'm interested in the psychology of it. What else we got? This is great topics. This is great chat today. You guys are awesome. It's funny, these dailies, if we weren't having such great topics today, these dailies probably would have taken me an hour to do. But you guys are on fire. And I'm not paying attention to the game. I don't know if you guys saw or heard. I'm floating this idea around in multiple sessions at this point, doing other games. I think starting in August, I'm going to start doing some other games. Austin mentioned Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm definitely going to do, when the expansion comes out for that, the next expansion, which I think is August 12th. Check that out. We'll do some streaming of that. And then, like the next week, the 20th, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut expansion's coming out, so I'll do some of that. Red Dead will always be my first love, so we're not gonna stop doing those Red Dead live streams, at least not permanently, but we'll take a little break starting next month. But I just wanted to get that out there in case you missed the very beginning of the stream. Alright, no messing around this time. Let's just kill these guys and get this guy. Trying to kill the bounty. Sure I can. I can be wherever I want. It's a free country. Can you step away from the fire? Because I don't want to rope you into the fire.
God, no!
Alright, close enough, I guess. Get over here. Get away from that fire.
Oh my God! Christ!
Don't touch the fire.
Untie me, damn it!
Nah, I'm not gonna tie you. Alright, normally I would stay and loot all these bodies, but I already botched one bounty today. I'm not trying to botch a second one. And actually, one of the challenges is to do 2 of them in 1 real-world hour, so... Take this guy back to Strawberry. Oh, we got some friends coming in here. Forgot how much I love the Lamont revolver. I've been messing around with the Navy pistol recently, which is a great gun too, but it only holds 6 rounds. So the fact that I just fired 4 shots at those guys, still had 7 rounds in each gun. Love the Lamont revolver, or Lamont, however you pronounce that. Let's get the Strawberry. Some more friends coming. I'm gonna just bug out on these guys.
This ain't no way for a fella to go.
Well, then you should have thought about that before you did whatever you did, friend. I should start reading the bounty posters more, so I know like what they did. That was Moonshine being ready.
Yeah. You cocksucker.
Easy. Oh, watch out, sir. Please move. I'm a bounty. Thank you. Like, you see the guy in the back of the horse? I gotta bring him in, so move. Alright, chat. School starts August 10th. Austin says, yeah, that's a big day for us here on the channel. Cassie is having her teeth out that day. And Blood Money drops.
And this is
Not
yours.
Blood Money. Quick Draw Pass 2. So that's kind of a big day. For all of us. Alright. So I got my West Elizabeth, I got my 1 of 2 in real world time, so we're going to have to do another one. We're going to do one from here. It says I did a job too recently, but that'll go right. There it goes. Boy, I don't want to do this. Is going to be a search and find. That might take a while, but let's do it. It's not going to take me an hour. Gosh, I hope it doesn't take me an hour. And it's actually, I think this is an okay one. Now that I said that, though, it's going to take me a long time. It's right here. It's just up the road a piece. Alright, search the area for the target. Whoops. Oh, right on these tombstones. Speaking of the dead, imagine they'll not look favorably upon what I just did to their final resting place. The target has left the area. Follow their tracks. Alright, so we got 1 trail right now, but why do I feel like there's going to be a million of them? I gotta have my horse follow me. One of the challenges is to rope bounties from the horse. So we'll do, we'll have Punisher follow us here. Speaking of Quick Draw Pass 2, I'm really looking forward to that Halloween pass. I think they're bringing the horse mask back, and I want to get a horse mask. Not for all my horses, but definitely for Punisher. I feel like he deserves it. He needs something to protect his face when we go into battle. Look at all these clues. Good lord. I might be here for a while. Maybe we'll get lucky. We'll hit it on like the first or second try, since that was the first try. So here's this trail. Trail number 2. That's like a weird thing too. So if you think about this logically, which I don't know why I always get myself into this. Think about this logically. The what's this guy doing? He's just going and making a bunch of false trails. Like, why are there 4 different, maybe 4 different tracks to follow? Like I would rather have it have like this clue leads you to the next clue, leads you to the next clue, like more linear. Because it doesn't just make sense. Oh boy. We're gonna go up here. Woo! Hey guys, what are you doing? I don't want to sedate them. You boys are in, your timing is bad, because yesterday was no kill. Today, there's a kill. You're a day late, $1 short, literally. I can't get this one guy. Come on out and play. There you go. Show me that head. There you go. Alright, well, and again, logic, right? So if you're hiding in the woods, because you know you have a bounty on you, and you've made a bunch of false trails, apparently, and then you hear a bunch of gunshots. Like, I guarantee you, no matter where this guy is, and eventually we're going to find him, no matter where he is, he's just gonna be standing there. Like, he's not like, oh, I just heard a bunch of wolves and some gunshots. Let me get out of here and go somewhere else. No, he's just gonna be standing in a corner, taking a piss or something. I shouldn't think about this game logically. It's clear there's no logic to it. Grover. Is that like a Sesame Street character? Or a Muppet? I guess they're both the same, kind of, right? Just remember to jump back on my horse and not get too excited when we find this guy. Oh, dead end. Another false trail. Unreal. Alright, back to... So there were 4 things I could have followed. And I followed all the wrong ones. Right? Only 4. Oh no, there's 5. Well, there was 5, I guess. The wagon wheel, or what makes more sense? I feel like whatever this is makes more sense. What is that? Like can of food? Yeah, let's do that. Again, logic. It's gonna come back to bite me. Come on, Grover. Where you at? Oh, dead end. Come on, are you serious? That'd have been great. We're overlooking Strawberry. The wagon wheel was the right one all along. I feel like these dead people put a hex on me because I rode my horse in the cemetery. That's why it's taken so long. And a bunch of different wrong directions. The curse of old Tom's blind. Where is this? Does this go this way? Yeah. Focus on the track. Oh, I only have 45 seconds? Are you kidding me? Well, I'm gonna fail another bounty. What? When did that timer pop up? Was that there the whole time? And I just didn't see it? There he is. Nope, 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 nope. What am I doing? Oh, now I got 5 minutes again. Cool. Thank you for that extra time, Rockstar. I appreciate it. Look at him standing here. What is he even doing? What are you looking at? Oh, he's looking at the broken wagon wheel. That actually makes sense. But still. The wolves were, like, right there. You can see them on the map. Look at that.
Oh, Lordy.
This guy doesn't run when he hears gunshots. And wolves. Also, didn't the wolves go right by him to get to me? Very selective wolves. Alright, so we're definitely gonna get this in 24 hours. I'm gonna wait out this timer. I'll catch up on chat. It's been so long since I looked at chat. I feel like I'm missing the whole thing. Skinwalkers that one time. Everyone is scared of the unknown unless you're a serial killer. Talked about Cassie's classroom. Key girl got hit by a small rock indoors at work one night and no one was there. Yeah, so we have this place near us. It's like an old, we call it the State House. It's like, it used to be like our town hall or whatever way back. Probably like even before days of Red Dead time.
Oh no.
Where people will see, like at night, they'll see like a light will turn on. There's no one in there. The place hasn't been open for years. They open occasionally on weekends for like tours and stuff like that. for like an hour. But other than that, it's usually closed, and there'll be like lights that come on randomly and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, no denying that weird stuff happens, unexplainable. The question is like, what is the explanation? Like in a host of 5 or 6 possible explanations, what is really going on? I would love to know that. I just don't think we're ever gonna know. Not in my lifetime, anyway. But who knows? They're making new discoveries every day. It's possible. The ghost. Something up with the electricity. Like there could be just like a scientific explanation for it that maybe we just don't understand at the moment. So. Alright. Everyone was sleeping in a retirement home. Yeah, that's weird. Again, who knows? Maybe someone visiting a loved one.
Oh, you know good.
That was like a patient at the retirement home. Might be able to catch the end of the stream if you're streaming. Yeah, once you go back to school, I know you're not going to be able to catch the stream. I might, I don't know. You never know. I might change the time of these streams. Of course, then if I start later, then Cassie won't be able to join, so... I've decided which one of you I like more. No, I'm kidding. I'm glad that you are in America, so it would be midnight the day of my surgery. Yeah, I imagine you'll probably be asleep on that first day, but the nice thing about these things is they always post to YouTube afterwards, so if you want to join and watch the replay. It might work if you use rifle scope up and down from higher ground, and you'll find your target. Yeah, yeah. I found him. Yeah, I found him. I got him. Now we're just kind of waiting out the timer here. I'm turning him with like 30 seconds left. Yeah, I was the first. Yeah, you were. You were. Oh, what's this guy doing? Alright, dude, just move along. Nothing to see here. Don't be pulling a gun out. I got like a minute left before I want to turn this thing in. Just keep going. Get out of here. Look at this guy. Mind your own business, Jack. Potential spam on my cell phone. Speaking of ghosts, that's my haunted theme phone ring. I don't know why I picked that. I think it was like... I don't like getting phone calls. So if I'm getting a phone call, to me it's scary. I think I did. I picked that one for that reason. I like that they tell you now if it's spam or not, though. So I missed like a ton of chat while I was doing these bounties, talking about weird stuff. Hopefully you guys were enjoying each other's company. That's really what it's all about, right? By the way, I'm from Sweden, so be nice if my English is crappy sometimes. Hey, you know what? You got great English. So far from what I've seen, you type better than I would. And also, that's really cool you're from Sweden. That's one place I want to make sure I get to at some point in this life. Not necessarily Sweden, but like those Nordic countries, Finland and all that. And I don't know if you're into like Norse mythology, but I was talking about earlier, we're going to be doing some Assassin's Creed Valhalla stuff coming up in the next couple weeks. Pretty excited about that. Not my favorite Assassin's Creed game, but it is. I think it's still pretty good. I liked Odyssey better, but it's still really good. And I really enjoyed the Wrath of the Druids.
Well,
so I think the Siege of Paris stuff will be fun.
Take him down there.
Why is everyone's English better? Because you grew up in America, Austin.
What's yours?
Our public school system, well, I don't even know if you go to public school system. Our school system in general has failed you. What? That cat just fell off the roof! And it died! Did anyone else just see that? Please tell me you guys saw that. This cat... Oh! Then it came back to... we got clones. This cat fell off the roof. And then... like... had a cat baby. Of itself. This is what happens when you talk about supernatural stuff, guys, on the channel. I cannot wait to go back and watch that. He was up there, like I was on the horse, he was up there, and then he fell. I feel bad. I don't mean to laugh about it, but that's crazy. Hey. Be careful. Okay, dude? Don't be climbing roofs. The mice are on the ground. There's chipmunks up on that hill, probably. Right? Don't be going after birds, okay? And by the way, when you bring the birds back to the humans, I know you think that's a gift, but it's disgusting, okay? So just enjoy the mouse or the chipmunk or whatever in the woods, okay? Okay. Good chat. Alright, I think I saw 9 for 9. That's to say, oh, another cat's chasing me. Freaking copycat. I didn't even mean it that way. That's hilarious. Even when I don't mean to pun, I pun. Alright, we got all these dailies still to do. Generals. Did that 24-hour, did we end up getting that? We didn't even get that. I failed at it like so many times. And then we ended up not even getting it. Not even needing it. Crazy. Okay. Anthony Foreman, we'll do some blood money stuff with him. We're gonna wait on that one. I can swim! What is it? What time of day is it? Oh, it's like early morning. Let's go for a swim. I feel like going for a swim. My guy's feeling a little dirty. Look at, actually, he's hungry. Some food. I'm gonna break the 30-minute rule here. We're gonna eat, and then we're gonna go swimming. Twilight Zone. Would I ever come to Australia? Yes, I would come to Australia. Those are two places. I always, like, nothing against India, right? I don't want to start, like, that kind of thing on the channel here. I had a great time when I was there. But that's the only place I've ever been internationally, other than, like, you know, Caribbean islands here in the States is kind of a big thing. Like, we went to St. Lucia for our honeymoon. I've been to Bermuda and St. Thomas a couple times. I don't really count those as being international trips, even though technically they are. But the fact that, and people make fun of me for this, the fact that my only international trip was to India is so bad. And if I were to make a list, you know, 20 years ago of where I wanted to visit internationally, I don't even think India would have been on the list. But I went there for work, so it's all good. And I enjoyed my time there. It's not like it was terrible. I got to see the Taj Mahal, which is one thing not everybody can say. That was beautiful. But yes, Australia, Ireland, I mentioned Nordic countries, Sweden, Switzerland, Norway. Would love to visit those places. India was not going to be on the list, but that's where I've been. India. For 6 weeks. Anyway, yes, I would come to Australia in a minute. Wear body armor. I would have to have like some kind of armor on against those snakes. Protect against those things. Look at this. We're going for a morning swim, guys. There's a horse over there. Another horse. Just gonna swim out and back. It's funny, if this were, again, not that I want to spoiler alert on Austin BMX's live stream last night, but if this 500-meter swim thing were a challenge last night, I would have got it in like a minute. Because I did a lot of swimming yesterday. Probably more swimming yesterday than I had done the whole rest of the time I've been playing the game. That's a snake. Look at this. Snake moved in. Look out. Go away, snake. I'm gonna stay kind of close to shore. My stamina's dropping fast. What's this? I feel like the weight of all these belts is causing my stamina to drop fast. Look at this outfit. You guys seen this yet? Look at these belt straps. Unbelievable. I think there's more on the legs too, like on the boots. Weighing me down. Great for diving, not so much for regular swimming. Let's do this. See if that helps at all. The weight of these guns and these belts. Good thing is you don't have to do it consecutive, so go back in. Just swimming. Trying to make a whirlpool. I read somewhere that you can do this. There it is. Alright, that's enough swimming. Oh gosh. Alright. Crusader armor, yeah. Yeah, get that full, that bomb technician. You know, the guy that defuses the bombs. Get that armor going on. Walking around like a robot. Protected from all those snakes. What else? What else? What else? I'm happy to show you around. 100 comments. Yes, we hit the 100 comment mark. That's awesome. Thank you guys again for great chat today. What else? We got largemouth bass. Actually, we're gonna go stay right in this area. We'll go across the bridge. Not across the bridge itself, but the other side of the bridge. We'll do some fishing. Looks like maybe someone's over there already. Oh, someone riding across the bridge. Oh no, someone's swimming. Oh no, they're on their horse. Does that count? You're on your horse? Hey buddy. You can't hear me, I don't think. Pretty sure I'm in friends only mode. Do some fishing. Hopefully we don't hit that guy with our fishing line. Gotta sell some herbs. I'll help the Valentine sell some herbs to the doctor. Is it herbs or herbs? How do you guys pronounce it? Herbs or herbs? I need to get like a voting function for the channel. Or you guys just put your vote in the chat too. That works. Herbs or herbs? Is the H silent? These birds are in the way. Or what are those even birds? Yeah, ducks maybe. So. Yeah, ducks. Do a little fishing. If me and my girlfriend are still together, I'm gonna take her to Japan with me. That's another place I want to visit. Actually work with a guy who's like quarter Japanese. And they talk about Japan all the time. Yeah, it's gross stuff. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's gross stuff, right? No matter how you pronounce it. Herbs or herbs. So yeah, that's another thing, Austin. I know you're talking about English earlier. Perfect example of why it's so hard. Like, why is the H silent? Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Sure brought that cat with me. I bet they catch fish real well. Just a little bit. So this is a good spot if you guys ever find yourself playing this. Good spot for largemouth bass and rainbow trout. Although they have a different name in this game. Steelhead. Yeah, we call steelhead trout, we call them rainbow trout. Because their scales look like a rainbow. I feel like these ducks are interfering with my fishing today. Stop stealing all the fish. Ducks. Yes, they need pets to follow you in this game. 1000%. Facts over here. I want to go, speaking of the ducks, I want to go duck hunting with my lab. That's what they do. That's what they were bred for. Make it happen, Rockstar. Among other things. Like, there's lots of other things I want to do. But I definitely want to go duck hunting with the lab. Like, that is, I mean, I'm a child of the 80s. I grew up playing Mario and Duck Hunt. If Rockstar can find a way to tap into the Duck Hunt nostalgia, that'd be amazing. Where are these fish today? I might have to give up and go do something else. Okay, guys. nice, really. Maybe we'll do, try a different bait here. Do a lure. The problem is with this, though, now we're gonna catch, like, bluegill and stuff. Do a couple more casts, and if we don't get any hits, I'm gonna go do something else. It's one thing if I was catching some fish, but we're not catching anything. This is how I fish in real life. I don't catch a dang thing. Which is why I don't fish. Yeah, Austin's barely 15. Oh, here we go. I got something. Fish on the line, as Arthur would say. That's something small. It's gonna be like a rock bass or something. Bluegill. Bluegill? Rock bass? Rock bass. Alright. Do one more. See if we catch a largemouth. Otherwise I might try a different area. Usually this is a good spot though. I love like this guy's outfit, right? He looks like hardcore dude. And he's just fishing. Another thing that would have been good to do on Wildlife Day yesterday, but it is what it is. I do like the fishing in this game. I think I've mentioned this before. Of all the different games I've played that have a fishing aspect to them, this is definitely the best. I just wish online were a little more like single player, where if you're in the right spot and you have the right bait, you should catch the fish that you're looking for. Yeah, see, this is steelhead. So, we're gonna have to try something else, but we'll do that a little later. Now, we're gonna turn in some gross stuff, as Austin put it. Horse. Oh, are you kidding? Look at this. Hey, while you're out there, grab some largemouth bass. Come on. Come this way. Whoa, cool. Yes, lightning. Yes. Doctor, give me the news. I'm gonna come sell some herbs to you. Alright, what's chat doing? Let's see. You like deep sea fishing? Yeah, the one time I ever went deep sea fishing, which it wasn't really even deep sea fishing, we were off the coast of Bermuda. We were trying to catch triggerfish, which I'm not a good fisherman to begin with. Like, I can't catch, like, a pickerel. And the trick with these fish was, as soon as they hit the bait, you had to, like, pull quickly, and I was just way too slow for it. Not my strong suit. So, it was a miserable experience. I've talked about it here on the channel before. Everybody was waiting to go drink Dark and Stormies, which is like ginger beer. And I was keeping everyone from going because they were like, well, we gotta get everyone to catch a fish first. And I'm like, no, dude, just give me the beer. Like, please, thank you. So anyway, that was my deep sea fishing experience. My friend has a boat. He tries to take me out all the time. I'm like, again, I just want to drink. I don't want to, you know, I'm not here to try and catch fish. Recommend Norway. Yeah, I want to check out Norway. Yeah, Austin's going to visit us all and bring us gifts when he becomes a rich lawyer. That'd be awesome. You guys have the same birthday month? That's pretty cool. I'll try to remember your birthdays in November, but if I forget, remind me. I'll at least wish you a happy birthday on the channel here. Shout out. Give you that birthday shout out. When you get to be my age, birthdays don't really matter anymore. Although I'll be 40 next year, that's something to be... I mean, it sucks, but it's significant, I guess. It's a significant birthday. I'm gonna try to be like the coolest 40-year-old ever. We'll see what happens. But, even this year, my wife was like, what do you want to do for your birthday? Meaning, like, where do I want to go out to eat? And I was like, let's just get a pizza. Like, just got a pizza. Takeout pizza for my birthday. It actually fell on Mother's Day this year, so I had to share my birthday. Don't hit the train, thank you. So we went to do brunch for the moms, my mom and my wife, because she's the mom of my kids. So the 5 of us went to brunch. And then at like 6 o'clock, I got my birthday pizza. I don't even bother with cake anymore. It's too much effort to blow out the candles. I'll just go right to eating the pizza. 40, I look so young. Thank you. Appreciate that. I don't feel like I look young. You're too kind. Yeah, I don't know. The more I grow my beard out and the grayer it gets, the more I realize that I'm not 23 anymore. Alright, we're gonna sell 5 of these.
My medicine's been keeping you healthy, I trust.
Well,
Feel
kinda.
free to browse.
The gunshots and the bullets don't help. Let's see, we're gonna sell.
Sure, what you got?
I have something I need to sell to you. Let's see what we use a lot of. I'm constantly finding yarrow. That's 1, 2,
Okay.
3,
One more? Why not?
4, 5.
I guess I can take another.
If you're new to this game and you are looking to make gold, you can buy herbs from Madame Nazar and sell them to this guy. You'll lose money in the process, but there's an award for... Is it under general? Trade. Sell herbs to a doctor. You do 100 of it, you can reset it. So you can do 1,000 herbs, or herbs, gross stuff, to the doctor, and you get gold for it. You can reset that 10 times. So, easy money. Easy gold. Let me just update my notes. Try catching largemouth bass. 3 small bird carcasses collected. That is easy. Kind of head back in the direction we just came, though.
Take care.
Giddy up, he says.
Whoa. Whoa now. All right.
What? I feel like the NPCs are a little twitchy these days. Just go around me. Look at, dude, there's like, you could fit a semi-truck through here. What the heck? I'm tired of these NPCs, man. I'll tell you. It's gonna end up in a bloodbath. Let's go down here. This is like a cool area for birds. Small birds. Put on autopilot. See if we can run into any NPCs.
How do you do?
How do you do? Alright, chat. When's your birthday? Yeah, you figured my birthday out. I'm also doing yard work for the next 4 days. Did yard work on Mother's Day. Yeah, yard work is terrible. Yep, May 9th. That was Mother's Day. I share a birthday with Billy Joel, Piano Man, and Candice Bergen, Murphy Brown. So, I think those are the 2 most famous people I share a birthday with. There might be others now that more time has passed, but when I was growing up, that was the 2 I knew of. And your sister's birthday is the 1st of May. That's awesome. So I know probably 30 people between the end of April, like April 30th, and the middle of May. I actually dated a girl one time who her birthday was like 5 days after mine. Guys, don't recommend it, because then you're buying presents for your lady, and spending your own birthday money on it. We ended on not great circumstances, so like I'm okay with saying that. She did not treat me well, and we'll leave it at that. I'm like way over it. It was like 20 something years ago, but probably the worst breakup I've had. Oh, look out! Oh, I thought we were gonna run into that guy. My girlfriend's birthday is April 28th. We're for yeah. So see, there's another one. Like I said, end of April to like middle of May. I'm like, what was everyone doing? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's like September, right? So it's getting darker out earlier. Mom and Dad are going to bed a little earlier. You know where I'm going. I don't need to spell it out for you. Lots of April, May babies. My kids are April babies, actually. They were supposed to be May babies. Actually, their birthdays were supposed to be like right around mine. And then they were 5 weeks early. 6 weeks early. Whatever it was. Super early. And now their birthday is closer to my wife's birthday than mine. Alright, let's see what we got for birds down here. I'm not even going to mess around. Normally I would use like a small game arrow. But we did enough screwing around today with that bear. The fish that we never caught. What's that? Squirrels. Go figure. If I was looking for squirrels, it'll only be birds. There's squirrels everywhere. Alright, there's lots of little birds on these rocks. See, cardinal down there? Really? There we go. Oh, another one. Oh, they bounce. That bird just bounced. Alright, there's one. There's two. You share your birthday with Ernest Hemingway. That is super cool. I love Hemingway. I actually fancy myself something of a writer. I've mentioned the band a number of times on the channel here. I do probably 95% of the songwriting. I just like to write. And the reason for that is because I used to read Hemingway when I was younger. What else? I was meant to be born on the 25th of October, which would have meant sharing a birthday with my youngest cousin. Yeah, that's, actually dated a girl who had October 25th as a birthday as well. I think it was October 25th. And I make it sound like I had all these girlfriends. I had like 4 girlfriends. And one of them I married. So, when I talk about ex-girlfriends on the channel, just know that I had a pretty steady... Let me think. I had one girlfriend from like 14 to 17. I had another girlfriend from like 18 to 21. I had one girl I dated for like a year. And then I met my wife. We dated for like 3-4 years before we got married. So, and then yeah, I saw Key. You were hunting over here yesterday. I love this area for small game animals. There's a lot of squirrels. There's birds, as you've seen, and then there's even like a toad that spawns kind of like over that way by above my head, and also down that way. This is the area where in single player you have to kill 9, I think it is, small game animal with small game arrows consecutively. So 9 in a row. And I use this area for that challenge all the time. Every time I've done that challenge, I've done it in this area. Like, look, there's even more squirrels right there. Look at them. Look at all these squirrels. Oh, it's a muskrat. That one wouldn't count. But there's 4 squirrels. Looks like 3 black squirrels and a red squirrel. Yep, look at that. So I definitely, if you're struggling on that challenge in single player, come to this area. It's the best. And then I mentioned yesterday on the channel, it's a good spot for some moose at nighttime. Alright, so we gotta do... Still need the fish. Need a panther and 2 cougars, and then we got. Let's go do an Anthony Foreman mission. I feel like we've done a lot of like kind of easy things, fishing and hunting small birds and such. Let's go. Let's get dirty with it. Let's go do some boom boom stick stuff, which actually I need. Right? I think I'm out of dynamite. Hold on. My boom boom stick supply is empty. A fire bottle too. I don't have any fire bottles. Okay, so let's do detour. Well worth detour. I'm sure Austin agrees. We're gonna go. Actually, you know what? I was gonna go to the fence in Emerald Ranch, but there's one right next to him. So we'll go here. And buy some boom boom sticks. I don't want to go this way though. What? Look at this. What is this? Hold on. Stop. Stop, horse. Stop. Freeze. Everyone freeze. Okay. Why? West? To go southeast? No, not doing that. That's ridiculous. Once we get the waypoint sorted out, once that red line changes, we'll put it on autopilot so I can catch up on some chat stuff. I feel like I'm missing out on some good chat today. There we go. Watch out for that wagon. Alright, autopilot. Nice little ride through the Dakota River Valley here. Love it. You can kind of see Horseshoe Overlook in the distance there. Alright, chat. I saw the thing about hunting. You were born the day they landed on the moon. That is so cool. And here's the connection with that. Not really a connection, kind of a connection. I'm somewhat related to Neil Armstrong. I don't know if it's like, you know, 5th cousin twice removed kind of stuff or what it is, but so you were born on the day that my relative, for lack of a better term, excuse me, you were born on the day that my relative landed on the moon. That's awesome. And also shout out to the old thing. It's all good. You're only as old as you feel. I tell people that all the time, which in my case means I'm like 80 because I feel old. I don't even care about like what the number says. I feel like my knees are all jacked up from playing football and wrestling, lifting, squats and deadlifts and all that fun stuff. My back bothers me like almost every single day. Austin got kidnapped? You got kidnapped when you were little? That's crazy, man. Nothing interesting happened the day you were born. Yes, something happened. You were born. That's like the most interesting thing that could happen. I don't know if anything interesting happened when I was born. Although it feels weird to now say, like, it sounds self-serving to be like, I was born on that day, so that's interesting. But it's cool when other people say that to you. Yeah, I don't know. May 9th. Where is this guy going? We're doing like the New Hanover tour here. You feel like you're 100. Yeah, I mean, there's days where I feel. Here's the thing. Mentally, I sometimes forget that I'm as old as I am. Until I start talking to my kids, or like you guys, and I'll be like, yeah, 20 years ago. Which in my mind is still like yesterday. But 20 years ago is a long time. I was talking to somebody yesterday, we were talking about Pardon the Interruption on ESPN and how that's still on, which I was kind of surprised to hear, considering ESPN has slashed like every other good programming that they've had. I don't even watch it anymore. But this guy I was talking to was like, yeah, Pardon the Interruption's still on. It's still the same 2 guys, and I guess they just recently celebrated their 20th anniversary. And I was like, no, that can't be right. That show can't be 20 years old. That show just started like 3 weeks ago. But so that's weird. Like mentally, I always think I'm like 20 years younger than I am. But physically, like I said, if it takes you 10 minutes to get out of bed every morning because you have to stretch every limb first to make sure you don't hurt yourself, physically, you're old. So that's my piece on that. Oh, you got kidnapped by your own dad. That is even crazier. Like, was it like a divorce? I don't want to try too much. So, you share whatever you're comfortable sharing. But I am curious to know, like, more specific details about that. Like, how did they get you back? I'm assuming, do you have like a good relationship with your dad now? I don't know. Like I said, whatever you're comfortable answering about that, I'd be curious to know more information. Little brother was born on Father's Day in Australia. Yeah, cool. That's cool. I love stuff like that. So our two daughters, one has Down syndrome, the other does not. They're twins. The one without Down syndrome came home after like a week of being in the NICU, neonatal intensive care unit, where all the little premature babies go. The other daughter, who was, she has like low muscle tone as a result of Down syndrome. It's one of the symptoms of the condition. And she was having a hard time breathing on her own, feeding on her own. She finally came home from the NICU on Mother's Day, which I think is like the coolest thing. You know, after 5 weeks of being in the NICU, she got to come home on Mother's Day, which was like an awesome Mother's Day present for my wife, especially since it was the first of her Mother's Days. Alright, it is just a number, you are so right. Mentally I'm still like 25, but body something. yeah. And then Austin says, I don't live with my mom anymore, and he tried to get custody of me a while ago, but he never showed up. Yeah, that's too bad, man. Sorry about that. Sorry to hear that that's been your life experience. I feel like, I never really had anything like that, per se, in my life. My parents are divorced now, but they didn't get divorced until I was like 35, so it just happened recently. But we were just talking about it over the weekend. I was at like a little get-together, a couple other couples that we know. My wife's college roommate and her husband, actually fiance, recently new fiance. He had the same experience as me. His parents, he found out that his dad was cheating on his mom at like 35 years old. And I was adamant, and I mean this when I say this, like there's no way I could have handled my parents getting divorced at an early age. Like, it was tough at 35 when I had my own kids. I can only imagine what kind of damage that does psychologically to somebody who's has that happen to them at a young age.
Hey, welcome back.
Because like I said, it was tough at 35.
See what you like.
I can only imagine how tough it is at like 10 or 12.
You better know how to use that.
Oh, I know how to use it. I know how to use it. We're gonna put it on display in a minute here. I don't know what Anthony Foreman has planned for us. I don't know, like one shy Capitale for doing a Ruthless. The problem is you can't just buy one though, right? So if I buy, let's go back up. I have to buy 10 of them. I'm not doing that. Let's wait till I collect another one, which we might do on this Anthony Foreman mission. I'm just looking for gun oil. And then we'll go have some fun here. I don't know what Anthony Foreman has planned for us.
No complaints here.
We're gonna make the most of it.
Fine.
Hired gun kit. I'm still bitter about that, by the way. If you guys are new to the game, which I don't think anybody's really that new to this game,
Have a
but
good one.
don't buy the hired gun kit. When you first start doing the blood money stuff, it makes it seem like you have to buy it. You don't. You get a bunch of stuff that you don't need. In fact, I think half of that stuff is still in my lockbox. Like chocolate bars. You need chocolate bars. You find chocolate bars out in the wild, free roaming all the time. I just want to make sure we're 100% healthy here. Let's do this. Some fine brandy. Leviticus Cornwall's favorite drink. I say that because you find out on the train in that first Leviticus Cornwall mission. Let's make sure guns are clean. Let's see. Yeah, your parents got divorced when you were 12. Yeah, like I said, I can't even imagine. My mom and dad weren't married, I don't think. I've never lived with my dad, okay. We don't need that anymore today. Where's my pump? There's the pump. Oh yeah, that needs some cleaning. Yeah, I try not to complain about my parents getting divorced too much, because I feel like it happened at such a late stage of my life. and it wasn't like, you know, I was already married, had my own kids. So it wasn't like it defined me or anything like that, but still, I mean, it was tough. And even now, like, I still, like, they don't ask yet, but I'm sure they're going to ask at some point when the kids ask about why my dad isn't around, or like with my mom. Like, why would Nana and Bump live in 2 different spots? So right now, all they know is that, like, they were friends and now they're not friends anymore. That's how you have to explain it to them on their level. Maybe we'll get to a point where my parents will feel a little more comfortable being around each other, especially if it's for the kids, but, you know, right now it just kind of is what it is. I don't know if you guys get a sense of this through the channel or not, but I'm pretty go with the flow. Like, it's not much that bothers me, you know? Like, people have called me an a-hole to my face, so anything short of that, I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, as long as you're not, like, physically hurting me or my loved ones, we're gonna be okay. Words don't mean too much to me. But, yeah, I just try to keep it, like, I you know, avoid drama as much as possible. I did get some capitale out of that last job. Let's do this. Let's see what you got. What do you got?
Let's see what Martelli has in store.
We haven't done Stagecoach stick-up for him yet.
Lord,
and I wonder...
it must kill those Italian bastards to think of their precious capitale in the hands of every gutter snot from here to New Austin.
Can you stop talking so I can launch the mission? Thank you. Jeez.
Risky business these days, getting from one
soliloquy
place to
over here.
another. And certain kinds of people got more.
Any of you ride horses in real life? No.
I
don't. I don't know if anyone else does.
Either. I'm talking
I'd love it though. We actually had a really cool experience.
From old John Law
I'll let Anthony stop talking before I tell the story.
Martelli on account of the capitale. Now I leave the law to handle their own affairs. As for the rest, that's where you catch up to them.
Okay.
Good
Thank
hunting.
you. Thank you. Thank you. That guy likes to talk. So we had a new family move in, maybe like 3 or 4 doors down from where we live. And one day while I was out there, I saw a horse trailer, which is kind of weird because, we don't live in the country. It's certainly not the city either, but it's the suburbs, but it's like the next town over. Like, we're across a river from one of the major cities here in my state. So anyway, saw a horse trailer. I was like, that's weird. Then like 2 days later, I saw a horse out there, like right in their driveway. And I was like, that is so... I mean, I assume there was horses, right? A horse trailer usually means there's horses. But anyway, speaking of horses, I think we're getting ready to steal a horse here. So anyway, long story short, just this weekend, we were coming home from that party I was just telling you about. And there was horses riding down our road, which again, we don't live in the country or anything. So that was a weird experience. Eventually we turned into our driveway and they caught up to us, and my daughter was outside, so they stopped. There were horses in my front yard. Like, just hanging out in my front yard. So weird. But I would love to learn how to ride a horse. And I would love for my kids to learn how to ride a horse. I just feel like it's one of those things, it's like a throwback thing to like these days. Whoa, took a lump there. No, not really. Are you sorry yet? Oh, totally missed. I missed that guy by a foot. Oh, what? Actually, you know what? What am I doing? We stopped for a reason. Where are these other guys?
I'ma hang your saddle, you son of a bitch!
Ain't gonna do nothing. Except end up in pieces. Oh, I missed him.
It's your last goddamn roundup!
He is jumping out of the way every time. I want to see him do it again. Jump again. Ah! Oh, his hat went way over there. Hats off. That's it. Do ya? I got a red stick for you, boy. Let's start aiming a little lower. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh.
You're as good as dead.
Oh, hit that guy right in the face. Oh, is that it? Let's make it rain fire.
Over for you,
Nah.
son of a bitch!
Alright, quit running around so I can throw this fire bottle at you. I'm gonna let him take some cover. Quick, find some cover. Not. How did I... Okay, that's outrageous. There we go. Settle. I feel like I only ever burn down the Braithwaite place. You know what they're about to do, the gang dirty. So, that's fine. I'm okay with burning this place down. I'll burn it down 100 times over if I have to. I think it's funny, like, we're still looking for the schedule. I just killed out this town. And we just still don't know what we're supposed to be doing. Question is, you know what, the Capitelli is usually on the stagecoach driver in these cases. So I'm gonna assume that. I could sit here and look for the Capitelli. I guess I'll do a quick sweep. Is there a lockbox anywhere? What's that? Biscuits? Biscuits. Classic oat cakes. Sure. Some half-eaten apples there. No? New brush for my horse? No? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that Capitelli is on the stagecoach driver. It's usually where it is in the stagecoach missions. So, let's go do that. It's foggy. Chance of wipeout. High probability. Oh, let's run into the fence. Let's see. I ride to... I thought it was awesome. We're talking about, oh yeah, the boom boom stick. Yeah, I know you like the boom boom stick. I know what my customers want. I'll burn that Braithwaite place every day if I could. Take out the driver. Can I lasso him? Yeah, let's do that. Get over here. Woo!
Take him down.
Take what down? Actually, I said it's on the driver. It's not really on the driver. Where are you going? This guy. Now you got a hole in your head. Where's the last guy? Don't shoot the horse. Don't shoot the horse. I learned that lesson yesterday. Okay, it's usually on this guy. Hey. Give me your valuables. And I know you took some Capitelli out of the stash.
Here, okay, just take it.
So don't be running off. Look at this.
Help!
You little...
Help! Dirty son of a...
Son of a what?
You're mad!
I would have let you live, but you had to go running off on me. And I need this Capitelli. Right? Yeah, nailed it. Alright, now we can go to the valuables. I like that it's like a little process. Like the first time you do these, you might not know what to do. But eventually you learn like the right sort of step by step. I was, like I said, I thought the first few times I did this, you're supposed to get the Capitale from just doing the mission. I don't know why I didn't understand that. It was hidden, but it's hidden. You gotta find it every time. We'll go bring this in. This should complete the Anthony Foreman challenge for today. Oh, here comes some bad guys for us to kill. What's up, man? Stagecoach driver got all pissy. Alright, where's the drop off? Okay, let's get, Hillhaven Ranch, probably? And then actually, we're kind of in a good area for some panther hunting, so we'll go to that one next. Actually, it's not Hillhaven Ridge. It's gonna be a little shack here in the swamp. Looks like it is. Yep. See, this is a much better little drop-off than some of the other ones we've had. Like, this is the ultimate secluded. Gotta go with the gators, you wanna come out here. Yeah, see? Hello, sir. You're in a good spot. Good hiding spot. Take this bag. Anthony Foreman complete.
Thanks.
Alright. Let me catch up on chat before we do anything else. Austin says his sister rides and works with horses. That's cool. Cassie rides horses. Am I the only one that doesn't ride? Probably. My spare time I go ride with my cousin on her horse. That's awesome. All of Austin's neighbors have horses. Boom Boom Stick. People on TikTok were mad at the U.S. Army for testing a 100-pound bomb in the ocean. Was that recent? I feel like we've been doing that for years. Now some people are mad about it. I mean, it's probably not a good thing. It's probably not a good thing. I think it's cool. Explosions are cool. But how many animals were hurt in the process, right? Key Girl says I ride too, sometimes fighting. Fighting from horseback? You fight from horseback? How do you do that? Cassie's wisdom teeth are hurting her. I'm sorry to hear that. Austin says, this 8-year-old girlfriend is babysitting, and he isn't the best. Oh, 8-year-old, your girlfriend is babysitting, and he isn't the best kid. He's 8, talking about his V-card and drugs. Oh my gosh. He also talks to himself and stares at my girlfriend. Yeah, that's a lot of kids have problems like that. Sword and shield. Okay, so you're doing like jousting type stuff, or actually like swords, like actual like medieval combat on horseback. That's freaking awesome. I feel so inferior at the moment. I'm like, I went for a ride in my van with a dog the other day. Oh man, my life is so boring. That's why I do this, to learn about you guys and all your cool adventures. That's flippin' cool though. Alright. We have 3 more general challenges. Cougars. We'll do that after the freaking bass. Let's try to find a panther. We're not too far from where the panthers usually hang out. Let's go down here. This is one spot. And if not, we'll go up here. To like here. But for now, let's start down by... It's also like reverse sunset again. Or reverse sunrise. It's unrise. And should be dark, maybe? really is like time of day. The sun comes up. Alright, let's ride. Love those covered bridges. We got a lot of those up here where I live. A lot of them are like, don't let traffic on them anymore, but they still exist. In fact, they just replaced one recently where I do a lot of hiking. You can walk across it or ride a bike on it. You can't drive on it though. There's still one actually, a place called Bull's Bridge. It crosses over a river. You can drive across it. It's like a one-lane bridge. It's cool. It's like 200 years old. Cassie's going to sleep. Good night, Cassie. Talk to you tomorrow. Morning. Or later today for you. Have a good one. Either way, thank you for joining the chat, as always. Mr. West, you have been replaced. Not joust. Only when practicing. Huh. So I feel like you'd make like a good stunt person for like shows like Game of Thrones or something like that. Vikings. Maybe not Vikings. But like medieval shows and movies, which I really like. That's kind of a cool thing. I don't know, is that like a popular thing in Sweden? Because that's not popular here at all. That's like the first time I've ever heard anyone say that kind of thing. I feel like when we get down here, I'm just gonna like stay on autopilot. And let, like, even if there's a panther, just let it attack me. Because the whole point is to get the panther. Watch out. It's like super foggy out. I feel like this is really good weather for the panthers. Wish it was a little darker. Might even get like the Nightwalker panther. Horse is freaking out, probably just because of the trees. Who knows, maybe there's a panther in the area. Alright, I'm just gonna ride around until we run into a panther. I wonder if I did a legendary, killed that, would that count as killing? I mean, it's a panther. Does that have to be a regular panther? It's gonna be a legendary. Does anyone in the chat know? Does it have to be a legendary? Or does it have to be a regular? I mean, can it be a legendary? I feel like they almost always spawn by this rock here. I have a lot of jobs I'd want to do. Game creator, lawyer, military, or mafia boss. Yeah. Sometimes with shield on the ground and get attacked by horses, so yeah, I can imagine. That's crazy. Do you ever like film any of that and put it on your YouTube channel? I'm gonna need to check that out. If you do. If not, you should. just saying. That would be something like my friends in America would flip out over. I have one buddy, he's like the biggest Game of Thrones fan of all time. He's watched it like 12 times. The whole thing over and over and over and over and over again. I try to get him to like, come play this with me. He's like, nah man, I'm watching Game of Thrones. I'm like, I should have known. We were born in 2006. So yeah, you're gonna be 15 this year, huh? Okay, where are... I'm not gonna spend too much time here. In fact, I feel like if I got off the horse and walked around, a panther would spawn. Might actually go try the fishing thing again and come back. Let's do that. Fish right over here. Oops, watch out. I'm tempted to go see Harriet, so we can see if get a legendary panther maybe. Let's try fishing one more time first. You know what? Flee. Oops. Worm. Let's see if we can catch some largemouth bass. Or something. Probably another steelhead, if I had to guess. I don't know, something small. Bluegill? Yeah. No, rock bass. Interesting. Catching the wrong kind of bass today. Another small guy. One more try. And then I'm not sure what we're going to do. We can try and find a cougar. Those are the last three things we need to do today, right? Cougars, 2 cougars killed, 3 largemouth bass caught, and a panther killed. I'm determined to get this, all 7 of these, because I don't do it that often, and this will be the 2nd time this week. Because there's no posse or PvP stuff. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, something small. Okay. That's enough fishing for now. We'll try that other panther area. And if that doesn't work, we'll head up to a cougar area. Figure this out somehow. Okay, we're gonna get this done somehow. Preferably before our stream is over. Come on, horse. I feel like it's weird to watch this guy drink brandy. I feel like he should be drinking like rum or something. Yeah, there we go. Rum, bourbon. Alright, so I'm gonna go up here. here. And I'm gonna cut through this area one more time, just to make sure. Oh, what do we got? What do we got? Got him! Stay on the horse, dude. Oh no. Oh boy, this could get ugly. Get up, get up, get up. There we go. Sorry, dude. But daily challenges call. Alright, let's call it the wagon. You're not a professional, but someday I will be a knight and participate in skills at arms here in Sweden. That is so cool. That's like, again, that's like such a unique thing. I love how, like, diverse my channel is. You know, you got that. Cassie does all her, like, AFL, Australian Football League stuff. And Austin is like, the next Drake, right? Got some rhymes. But still, you know, Austin, we talked about your makeup in the past, you know, how you're like an old soul. It's cool. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Alright, we'll dismiss this. Vehicles. Alright, so now I want to move that waypoint because we just did... I'm not going to try to fish again so soon. And I'm tempted to head back over to Bard's Crossing when it is time to start fishing again. But for now, let's go see if we can find at least a cougar. I feel like there'll be one. Actually, if cougars count, and I was talking about legendary before, let's stop in at Harriet. She's gonna be so pissed at me. I just killed that panther. I feel like she's probably gonna spray me. That's fine. But I want to see, does she have a cougar available, like a legendary cougar? And we'll try to get our cougar that way. At least one of our two cougars that way. Killed the panther. You catch 3 largemouth bass, kill 2 cougars. We're done. If you guys are willing to hang out, I'm willing to go as, you know, as long as we need to get these things, and then maybe do some stuff afterwards too. I don't know. I said we were going to do some legendary bounty hunting today. We did bounty hunting, we never did anything legendary. But maybe we'll save that for the end. Maybe we'll close out with that or something. I don't know, we'll see. Never know. Never know where this is going to take me.
Ah.
Oh, just ran into that guy. We are different, and that makes us unique. Yes, I'm very big on, you know, we talked a lot about politics and such earlier, and I don't want to go back into that stuff, but this isn't really politics related, but I feel like sometimes people use it as politics. I'm very big on individualism. You know, I know people are big on, like, group movements. I hope this guy doesn't think I'm going to attack him. I'm not going to attack you, dude. Yeah, I'll go around you. Do your thing. Don't worry about me. You know, like, there's a lot of, like, group movements here in the U.S. going on right now. Like, everyone, like, they're confusing, I think, their chance to be an individual with, like, making a point about a certain thing. It doesn't matter what the thing is, whether it's gun ownership, or abortion, or gay rights, or, you know, injustices of our justice system, legal system. Like, I feel like a lot of people are just, like, kind of picking up a sign and making themselves a part of a group and not realizing that they are an individual. And that's what really saddens me the most about the current state of affairs here in the U.S. Particularly where our youth are involved. I feel like a lot of people are using kids to make a point they want to make, and the kids are all too eager to do it because they just want to please adults. Certain adults. And piss off other adults. But it's unfortunate. I feel like that's one thing I could go back and tell my younger self, and I try to teach this to my kids. Because I think I figured it out now, but I think I figured it out maybe a little too late. I feel like, just, you know, be yourself. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Don't try to mold yourself to fit into some group. Just be you, be unique, and you don't have to talk about it. And just through your actions, people will see that you're a unique individual. So that's my whole thing. I'm big on individualism. I think it's important for people to understand who they are as an individual, again, rather than jumping onto some boat that may not sink, may or may not sink. So. I was reading Austin's rhymes. It's good, man. She's looking doing something with that.
I can tell you're going to be
Whoa,
in
whoa, whoa,
trouble.
whoa, watch out. She's so happy with that little frog. Then I'll come over, she's gonna be all mad at me.
Are you lonely? Is there some deep truth missing in your life?
Nope.
I may have answers.
No.
I know what you've been doing.
Yeah.
Not my concern.
Okay, she doesn't seem too mad, but let's still something.
I like your spirit.
Okay. Good.
You're in a good mood.
Good. You're in a good mood too, Harriet.
I'm glad you're not afraid to impress yourself.
Too funny. Alright, missions. Cougar. Come on, give me a cougar mission. Actually, I don't know if I like the cougar mission. Oh, see, I could have done this
Word
panther.
is there's some new buck out there.
Okay.
I could use some
She got
fresh
nothing
deer
for me.
samples.
So yeah, also I was saying you should look into something with that. I know, obviously, stay in school, right? You want to do the lawyer thing and all that. That's great, but if you are passionate about music, that's one thing I wish.
Note the impact will
Not
kill
to
small creatures. So
keep bashing on
use
my
your
parents
ammunition carefully.
and their situation, but they were not
A
accepting
kind purchase.
of
You won't want to leave an animal
my
helpless
pursuit
after all.
of music. They are now. They're like super supportive of it, but
All right, that's fine.
when I was like 18, 19 years old and I wanted to be in a band,
Good luck.
they were having none of it. And it's unfortunate because, again, there's two schools of thought in this life, right? One is make as much money as possible, and I think a lot of people think that that will make them happy, when that's not necessarily the case. Whereas if you can find something to make you happy, and do something that makes you happy, and still make enough money doing it to support yourself, that's pretty cool. Now that being said, you probably, if you're in a band, not going to be able to do that. The equipment, all that stuff is just too expensive. You're almost like striving to break even on that stuff. But I know a lot of people who've done it and have made enough money that they can support their family doing it. They're not like rich or rock stars or anything like that, but some of the people we've worked with have made careers in music. And it's crazy to think, like, if I could go back, not that I have any regrets, but if I could go back and understand that better, like, for every one rock star you see, there's probably 100 people who aren't making as much money, and you don't know their names because they're not famous, but they're making a career out of doing music stuff. And I think that's so cool. I think for me at least, I've never really cared about money. Like, it's nice to have. It's nice to be able to buy nice things, but I've never really been married to the dollar. I feel like everyone should find something that they're passionate about and try to make money that way. Even if it's enough to barely get by. It's still better than doing a job you hate every day for your whole life just to make money. I don't know. That's how I feel. Yeah, well, it's music, right? I mean, it's not music. You're not playing an instrument. But I feel like we've reached a point now where rap and hip-hop and, you know, other genres, R&B, whatever you want to call it, or where, you know, it might just be a singer, and then they have, like, a backup band or whatever. It's still music. Anything that, to me, music is anything that you can use to convey emotion to another person. Like, it might just have a beat to it, but still music, right? Like, I would never, gosh, if my drummer heard me say that he's not a musician, he would lose his mind. But, so yeah, there's, I mean, you know, it's still music. And anyway, certainly don't pursue a career in that. Like, to me, the best, like, we used to do that. Like, we kind of pursued having a music career, I would say. But the most fun I've had with it was when we finally said, you know what, we're just going to make music for ourselves. And ironically enough, that's when our music started getting more and more popular. So if you know, depending on how you define success, again, going back to what I was talking about earlier with making money, depending on how you define success, we've never been more successful in our current state as a band than when we finally said, let's just do this for ourselves. So, you know, don't set out to, like, write a #1 single or sell 1 million records or go on a world tour. If those things happen, that's great. You should be making music for yourself. For me, it's therapeutic. Like, I write lyrics. I like to write. I mentioned earlier. Kind of like helps me wrap my mind around things. And then it just so happens that my best friend plays guitar and sings. So I'll send him, like, lyrics. And occasionally he'll come back with guitar and a melody for the words. You know, for my part of it, it's just words on paper. And then he takes it and turns it into the music. And then even there, that's only one step in the process, right? We go down, we work with a producer in North Carolina who has had a pretty good career in the music. He was one of the people I was talking about earlier when you talk about people who've had a career in the music industry. I would count him, but he's not, like, driving around in a Bentley or anything. He drives like an old beat-up pickup truck. Has like 100,000, 200,000 miles on it. But anyway, long story short, like, that's, you know, we get together like once a month as far as the band goes. It's really just a therapy session for me. I was talking to my girlfriend and her niece is starting kindergarten, and I told her she's going to start middle school before you know it, and talk to guys like me. She was upset with me after I said that. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's, careful when you say that kind of stuff. Especially dads like me. I talked about this before on the channel. I feel like I was a good guy, right? I mentioned earlier today how I only ever really had like 3 or 4 steady girlfriends. I feel like I was always respectful of girls and dads. So hopefully I bought some karma for that. We'll see. It's gonna be here before I know it too. They're 5 now, but I'll wake up tomorrow, they're gonna be 15. Can't believe they're 5, really. I mean, it seems like just yesterday they were born. Time flies with that kind of stuff. let's see if we can find a cougar here. There's like maybe 5 or 6 spots on the map where there's cougars. This is one of them. This little area of Roanoke Ridge. There's one kind of like where John's ranch is. There's one by Owen Gila. A few in the desert. Might be hard to get one to spawn today though, because it's a challenge. Usually on the days when it's a daily challenge, they don't spawn quite as much. Let's check out here real quick. I actually had one spawn like right here. I think it was playing single player though. It spawned like right here, and I hid in this little shack, and it wouldn't come in and get me. I eventually shot it, but I was like trying to see if it would come after me. I like to like experiment and stuff like that. I'm sure you noticed. The last couple days I've been trying to get wild animals to follow me into bounty hunting missions. Let's see. It's right around over here. My younger cousin started 6th grade in August. I remember when he was 7. Yeah. That stuff, I mean, I'm old enough to remember when I have 3 cousins. 2 boys and a girl. The girl's the youngest of the 3. I'm old enough to remember when she was born. She's like 25 now. Like living on her own. It's crazy. Life's weird like that. There's something bear. That one spawned twice yesterday down the tracks, so I'm gonna check down this way. His voice is gonna get so deep soon. Yeah. I always think of the Family Guy episode where Peter's like, "Hey, you guys want to go play baseball?" And then when you get older, it starts to crack the other way. Like, I'll be talking and I'll be like, "Hee!" Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Where are you at? Unbelievable. I was just riding around. Oh, I don't want that. What is this? Bounty? Yeah, not going that way. What is that? I don't know what that is. Yeah, no bounties. If I were just riding around doing other stuff, I would get attacked by a cougar. But because I'm looking for a cougar, I can't find one. Maybe there'll be one up here. Did you see the one, the video where I was up this way? And the cougar was on top of the house over here? It was like right on that roof. Alright. A couple other spots around here we'll check. And a friend teach me the ways of the low voice, yeah. I've always kind of able to do a low voice. Hurts my throat a little bit. Talk like Darth Vader. Luke, I am your father. I like doing voices. I feel like I probably could have been like a, I don't know, like a comedian. Like a, I don't know. So what does different voices? Not really a comedian. I don't want Moonshine. Get out of here. Can I just get a cougar to spawn, please? Whoa. I feel like Robin Williams did a lot of different voices. I could do that. Maybe not as well as he did it. I mean, he was the master of it. Oh, got one. Nice. Oh, I don't want to rope it though. No, stop with the rope. Not the gun. When I showed the rope trick off, that only works on deer and elk, not on a cougar. Alright, so that's him done. 2 stars, nice. I'll call out the hunting wagon. I'm gonna go check one of these other areas. I'm not gonna try. I doubt I'll get another one to spawn in the same area so quickly. So we'll go over to. Maybe we'll go over to where John's ranch will be, because it's not there yet. One question, maybe someone. Do you have the naturalist role to finally? Yes, I do. Wait. Do you have to have the naturalist role to? No, I don't. If I'm trying to remember from back when I first started playing, I don't think you do. I'm like 99.9% sure that you don't need it, but if you do have it and you fully... excuse me, sir, I'm talking. I'm trying to share advice. Rude. If you do have it and you level it up all the way, you'll get more likely to find them. At least you should. That's how it used to work. Again, once the Blood Money update came in, I have not been finding legendary animals in free roam. So you'll see like a limited amount, like you might get it to pop up like once an hour or two. If you have the naturalist role and you fully leveled it up, they'll pop like every hour or so, provided you're like in a different area. So like when I first started playing, I think it's easier to talk about this stuff and show it on the map. When I first started playing, I spent a lot of time down in like the Heartlands here. So there's a bison that spawns over here. I'm pretty sure it spawned for me before I had the naturalist role. Then it started spawning more often for me as I leveled up, and to the point where, I mean, I probably killed that thing 25, 30 times at this point, and sampled it a whole bunch of other times. What happened recently, though, with the Blood Money update is now I don't see any of them. I haven't even seen this guy, so it's a little frustrating. But you don't need to have the natural. Again, I'm 99.9% sure you don't need to have the naturalist role. You might only see a few animals, legendary animals, but if you level it up all the way, then you'll see a ton of them. At least you should. And it's good, occasionally, it's good to have it because occasionally it is a daily challenge to either Photoshop, or not Photoshop, I'll be okay, take a photograph of one, or to sample one, or to find one using pheromones. So that's what I would use it for. It's also really good for trader role. You know, you go and take the mission from Harriet. You're guaranteed to find the legendary animal, at least one, every time you take a mission from her. So it's good to have it for that reason. But, no. At the end of the day, I don't think you have to have it. It might not matter these days. I have it. I have it fully leveled up. And I'm so not finding legendary animals in free roam, so... the code is broken. Hopefully they fix it soon. And that's not a stupid question. That's actually a really good question. Oh, did I get another one? Get out of here. Is that a bear? Oh, just ran into a bird. What is this? Where are you? You are a cougar. Yes! That is super exciting. Oh, perfect. It's a perfect cougar, too. Yeah, buddy. There we go. Alright, so that's 6 of 7. Now I just gotta find these freaking fish. Put this on my wagon. Bueller? Your vehicle could not reach you. Try moving. Come on. Ridiculous. I'm like, the road's right here. You know? Come on. Really? Okay, you know we're gonna do this. Call my horse back. We're just gonna ride. I'm gonna bring this right to Crips. Go back to camp for a minute. Turn in all my animals I have here. And then we'll go to try fishing again for the third time. Maybe the third time's a charm. With the fishing. I'm gonna go back to that first spot, Bard's Crossing. Try that again.
Yeah.
Camp. Alright, let's see. I haven't seen any since the Blood Money update. Before that, just one. But yeah, see, that's exactly the problem I've been having. But you don't have the Naturalist role at this point? I don't think that has anything to do with you having or not having the role. I think the bigger problem is, at this point, it's the Blood Money update. That's my theory on the whole thing. And all I want is a legendary garments. Yes, I agree. In fact, I'm mostly frustrated about the Blood Money thing. I have one more. I have to get the Snowflake Moose. That's the last garment I need. So, if they don't fix this legendary animal thing, and I'm going to test it out tomorrow. Tomorrow's actually Legendary Animal Day, Furry Friday here on the channel, so we'll test it out. I'm going to spend some time up in Barrel Lagoon there trying to get it to spawn. But if Rockstar doesn't fix that, I'm going to be stuck on one left to do. And that's just... yeah. I'm not going to be a happy boy. I got a friend request. Red Panda 995. Is that anyone? Is that either one of you guys? I want ponchos. Do they have ponchos in story? I don't know if they have the ponchos in story mode. I know they have them here on online. Actually, in fact, I bought one recently. It's a red, white, and blue one that I plan to wear on July 4th next year. It's unfortunate that's like a whole year away. But I definitely want to rock my... It's called the Rebel Poncho, I think. Something like that. Rebel Poncho. Stables. Let me see if I can get this vehicle to come out. Okay, so that's just broken. That's terrible. I'll have to drop session at some point to turn those other animals in, but for now that's fine. Crips is working. Let's see. We got some time before he needs a resupply, so we're gonna leave that alone. You know what? Let's try this. Let's try fishing from right here. You never know, right? I mean, I know where these guys usually spawn, these fish usually spawn, and that wasn't working. So let's try something different. We'll fish for a little bit. But yeah, I got that red, white, and blue poncho. I'm like, I can't wait. I'll probably do it on Memorial Day next year as well. So Memorial Day and 4th of July, I feel like. Maybe Veterans Day too. We'll fly that flag. That red, white, and blue flag. But they do have other ponchos. So I talked about this before. I want to get better. I've tried it like 3 or 4 times, and I cannot. I'm terrible at making outfits for my guy. I much prefer the roll outfits that already come made, as you can tell, right? But I would like to have like a regular outfit that I wear. But I'm bad at making them. So what I'm getting at is a lot of people will make an outfit and then they'll buy a poncho that goes with that outfit and just kind of keep the poncho on the horse so that if they go up into the snowy area they have the poncho readily available. Well, I can't even make like a base outfit to begin with. So, but yeah, there's a lot of people. You'll see people. Like when I'm up there next time, I'll try to, maybe tomorrow, while we're looking for the Snowflake Moose, if there's any other players up there, we'll go and check them out. Hopefully they don't shoot us. But we'll go and check them out and see if they got the poncho on. But there are poncho outfits. Options. Poncho options. This is a huge fish. I don't want this. Get out of here. Alright, I'm going back over my other spot. Bars Crossing. Big fish, bow and arrow. I want spears. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. Some spears. I really wish, and not just spears is probably not appropriate for Native Americans, but you made me think about the lack of like native tools in this game. Not just like Native American, but like just real basic tools, like hunter-gatherer type tools. And it's something that's really missing from this game. I feel like, you know, tomorrow I'm gonna dress like a legendary animal, and Austin pointed this out last time. He's barefoot. I think it would be really cool to do, like, if true survivalism, right? True survivalist would have like that kind of stuff. You know, maybe let us carry hatchets, more hatchets, or make it so that they, like, they're more easily picked back up after you throw them. Just something like Last of the Mohicans. I would love to go like Last of the Mohicans on somebody. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that movie. But I want to tap into, like, I wish they would do more native type stuff. There's like a whole market for it. It's like weird to have a game set in this time period and not have Native American stuff. I can't figure out why Rockstar would do it. If they're worried about like people griefing Native American players, well, griefers are gonna grief. So like they're not, you know, that's silly. That's a silly concern, which I don't know if that's really what it is, but it just seems like a silly thing to be worried about. Okay, let's try this again. I feel like it's nighttime now, so it might be better. I'm not close enough to the water. I'm like in it. I was practically in the water. I'm in the water. What are you talking about? Too far. There we go. Jeez. You're not gonna be joining tomorrow. Your aunt is off work. Okay, cool. Well, we'll miss you. Catch you on Monday, hopefully. Actually, and I might do something over the weekend. I have like nothing going on this weekend. I'm going to a baseball game Saturday night, and I want to do the next bag of that Lego build my daughter, but nothing major like where I'm gone for a whole day. Like last weekend, I knew Saturday was going to be shot for me because we were getting kids' school uniforms, then we were going to this little family, friend get-together thing. So, but this weekend, I might sneak in and do, I did see the Red Panda thing. Nice, I'll accept that friend request once I'm done with the live stream here today. But yeah, I got nothing really going on, so I can maybe do a Saturday special. Or surprise Saturday, whatever I call that. Looks like the fish are gonna win today. Determined to get these 3 fish before the end of the stream. Fishing is not very exciting. Doesn't make for a good live stream, I don't think. Alright, well if you're around and I'm on, you know where to find me. We'll see. I'm just kind of spitballing. I don't even know if, you know. I'm definitely gonna play. It's just a matter of whether or not I'll stream it. I feel like there has to be something interesting to do. I could just go around and collect a bunch of collectibles. There we go. Okay, we got something now. That's too small. Shoot! It's killing me. I know they're here, too. It's extremely frustrating, because I know they're here. Let's see. My character is half native Indian. She gets killed because of the way she looks by griefers. Not off of it. Yeah, I mean, it sucks. But, you know, it just sucks. I know I tend to get griefed more on the days when I'm dressed, like, in my Naturalist outfit. Like, I probably won't get griefed at all today, because I look like a griefer. So people are probably more worried about me griefing them. But it is unfortunate the more, like, you know, quote-unquote flamboyantly you dress. Or, you know, the more outside of the quote-unquote norm. People are more likely to attack you. But that shouldn't be a reason why Rockstar doesn't put that stuff in the game. That's silly. And if they're that worried about that kind of thing, then give us private lobbies. Give us solo lobbies. Like, if griefers, like if Rockstar's that aware of griefers and they're not doing anything about it, then that's a bigger problem. I mean, I was in a lobby last night. I've talked about the awesome BMX thing a couple times already, but I don't want to keep beating a dead horse. But I need to talk about it in order to tell the story and make a point. You know, there was 25, I think it was 32 people in the lobby. 30 of them were people who were dressed like Dutch. And then we were trying to figure out who the other two were. And as Austin was trying to figure that out, the griefer, like, blew up a whole camp. And then started shooting people. So, it's gonna happen. But if Austin could set it so that he has a private lobby for his community nights, the chances of that happening are less likely. So, anyway. Something for Rockstar to think about. I have to go, but I may or may not be back. Yeah, I might not be on. So, if I talk to you, I talk to you. If I don't, I'll see you, and I won't talk to you tomorrow, so have a great weekend, Austin. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate the support, as always. And maybe I will talk to you again if I'm still on. We'll see. Depends on when I catch these stupid fish. Take care, Austin. Have a great day. These fish are just not biting today. It's like they're not even chasing the lure. Or whatever I have. Worm. Oh, now there's some. Here's some. Come on, guys. No? No. Alright, let's try switching bait. Again. Let's try this. Yeah, private lobbies. I mean, I would love to, like, obviously during these live streams, I would love to do, like, a community thing with you guys, but I don't know, the griefer thing is so aggravating. I don't think Rockstar takes it seriously enough. I actually reported somebody, was it last? Yeah, it was last night. Actually, it was right after that stream. The stream was over, everybody was in his Moonshine Shack. There was like 30 of us in his Moonshine Shack. And I went to go leave to go do some collector stuff, and as soon as I stepped out of the Moonshine Shack, someone shot me. So clearly that person was like sitting there waiting for his community to come out of the Moonshine Shack. So I was like, press charges, parlay, and then I went in and reported the person. I don't know if it even does anything, but I'm tired of it. I'm tired of all the griefing. It's silly. It's immature. But what's worse than the griefing is the fact that Rockstar doesn't do anything about it. Maybe I was reeling too fast. I started reeling a little slower there, and I finally got something to bite. Oh, come on, be a smallmouth bass, please. It's slow enough that I feel like it is. It's either that or another trout. Easy. Oh, it's a largemouth bass, baby. Here we go. You can see that green and white stripe. Yes. Boom. There's one. I'm going to throw it back. See if we can catch it again. Yeah, they won't. And I don't understand it. I don't, because that is something that I feel like drives people away. So if Rockstar is looking to make money off of this, you need the players in order to do that. It seems like too simple to me. Like that should be an easy decision. I don't know if they're worried about false reports, people reporting griefing when they're not really being griefed, like just to like get back at their friends or something. But they should be, again, if I fill out a report, and I don't even fill it out, all I do is like click a couple buttons. But if I take the time to click some buttons, Rockstar should then be able to go in and pull the video. Pull a video of what, like the last 30 minutes of my gameplay. Make sure that I didn't start it. You know, back it up far enough that you can tell that I didn't start it. So like if I'm out collecting and I've collected 3 items and haven't done anything to anybody, and then I get shot without antagonizing anything, then they should be like, okay, yep, that was a true grief. We got a flag, whoever the person is that shot me. I mean, it just seems so simple to me, and they don't do it, and I don't understand why. Like, if there was a monetary reason for it, then fine, but it's not like griefing is helping Rockstar's bottom line. You would think that they would look at it as like, that's potentially them losing money. And then you got to get everybody on board too, right? So like, I know a lot of people who, rather than doing what I do, they fight back against the griefers. And it's like, no, then you're just giving them what they want. So you'd have to get everybody to, okay, now we're all reporting these people. And then you get into the issue of multiple accounts. I know some people have multiple accounts, but still, it's like, can we try it? We can try it for like a month, where everyone reports griefers, and we'll see if it cuts down on the actual griefing. Did I just get a third largemouth bass here? Yeah, baby, that's it. Right, that was all we had to do for today. Sweet. I'm gonna keep that one. Oh no, I'm throwing it back. So that's the second time this week I've gotten 7 for 7. I don't usually do that very often. And the 10th time overall. There you go. Alright, I want to do one more kind of shootout-y thing, and then we'll wrap the live stream. I don't even know what I want to do, though. You're going to do it. Actually, let's do Legendary Bounty. I said I was going to do Legendary Bounty today, so I want to make good on my promises. We can go right across the train tracks over to Riggs. Pick up a Legendary Bounty there. And actually, did I just see that I'm close to leveling up? Oh yeah, I'm darn close to leveling up. Nice! Uh-oh, watch out. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna hit 427 today, I think. I don't want this gun, though. I want that gun. No, that gun. Alright, let's pay attention in case the train comes. So we were in this area during Awesome BMX's live stream last night. The train came through here, like, twice. Back to back, almost. So, proceed with caution if you ever decide to try to ride across this bridge in this direction. I can clean my horse. It looks like it's, like, gray. Brown, almost. It's usually like a dark slate gray. It looks like it's like... I don't even know, he's dirty. Come on, dude. Clean. Should have rode through the water. There we go. And actually, I'm going to clean my guns, too, before I get too heavily involved in that Legendary Bounty. Make sure we've got our weapons operating at full capacity. This one should be good, I think. I haven't used it yet. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I did Red Bend, the train one recently. I'm not gonna do that one, but we'll see. Maybe some other ones we can do. I like the one with the arson guy and the Lemoyne Raiders, but the next one for me to do is on like the hardest difficulty, so I don't want to do that. We'll see. Look for one that I like, I enjoy. The two that I enjoy the most, I've kind of maxed them out at this point. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Bounty board. Legendaries. This one's not bad. That one I kind of yeah, I like that one. Max that one out. Let's see. Don't mind if someone attacks me or kills me, but if it just goes on and on, you get killed even if you clearly don't want to fight. Yeah, exactly. Like I had no intention of fighting last night, and I just got killed. It sucks. Is this the... Which one is this one? Philip Collier. Oh, that's the... No, I don't want to do that one. The Night Folk. The Wolfman? No. Yeah, see, this one I got totally maxed out. That makes me so angry. If I don't have a cancer, I parlay or ride the other way. If I back... Sometimes when I want to kill, I kill NPCs. And not only that, right, so that's a great point. And the other one I try to make is if you... Chance, yeah. The biggest problem with griefers is that there's player versus player stuff in the game. So if you want to do that kind of stuff, go do that stuff. But I think a lot of them aren't very good at it. So they come and do, like, they grief on low-level people instead. It's like, it's just such a cheap way of doing it. Where was the one that I wanted to do? Where's the lady that has the, not her. That's the one down at Gattooth Ridge. Where's the one where the lady has, like, the... Is this the one with the gun wagon? Yeah, armored war wagon. I want to do this one. Yeah, they shoot you in the back. It's like... It's such a cowardly thing to do. I mean, it was cowardly to do it in real Wild West days, back in the day. It's even more cowardly to do it from your mom's basement. It's like... That's the ultimate cowardice to me. Shoot someone in the back in a video game. I just, yeah. They're not right in the head, people that do that kind of stuff.
Oh, yes. Carmela Montez. Sweet, innocent little Carmela. Looks like butter wouldn't melt in her mouth, but make no mistake, this is one stone-cold killer. Vicious as all hell. And by the time you realize, you'll already be dead. Can't think of an outlaw who's dropped more bodies than Carmela the past 6 months, and she ain't lost a wink of sleep over it. Got a big bunch of Del Lobos running with her now. Moved them out of New Austin into West Elizabeth, sticking up coaches, robbing, and murdering. Last I heard, they're holed up at Hanging Dog Ranch in Big Valley. Just watch yourself. Ain't no way she'll come quietly.
Sometimes I bolus and hogtie and put them on a horse and make it fun. Yeah, I've heard of that strategy before. I've never actually seen it or done it, but that's pretty hilarious. And, you know, some of the lower level ones, I'll fight back. I've got videos on here where I've fought back. Most recently, there was like a level 15 that was trying to get me, and I'm like, what are you doing, dude? And he just kept coming. I killed him, you know, repeatedly. I don't even think he killed me one time. But that didn't stop him. He just kept coming. So, Alright, I'm gonna hop off the horse here. We're gonna do this kind of, what just happened to my other gun? Hold on. No, come back here. Ah, that's annoying. Okay, I don't have my shotgun. That's okay, we'll be alright. But you can tell, like, a lot of that stuff is happening more recently because people have come over from GTA. Alright, let's fight. Ooh. Guy got a good shot on me. What do I spy over here? Boom. See ya. I didn't get any kills on that though. I feel like I don't have enough rounds with this one gun. At some point I might have to call in my horse. I need that shotgun. Oh, she showed up with the wagon already. Did I just kill her? Oh, she's inside the thing, right? Yeah. She's gonna get going on that Gatling gun in a minute here. So when I did this mission previously, it was already like stowed up by the barn. And it actually was pretty easy for me to just kind of smoke her out with fire bottles. I'm probably going to try that strategy again, but we'll see. This is already like a different variation than the one I played the last time. I do want to like thin out the herd of her men though. I'm shooting those guys through whatever that is. That's kind of funny. Oh, there she is. Alright, Carmela. Oh, that was a waste. That's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, horses. Toasting me. I gotta get out of here. Go to another spot. Go. Oh. Oops, too far. This is the one I wanted. I feel like, actually, she's not gonna move now because I killed the driver. Don't hit anything in front of me, please. Thank you. There we go. I don't even know if that's working. Oh. That's not working. Alright, I gotta figure out a way out of here. Oh, there we go. I heard her kind of moan. Oh, there we go. I got her out. Nice. Oh, she's dead. It's not exactly what I wanted to do with this. Just trying to escape. No, she's not. She's dead on the ground. Those messages are funny. Oh, wait a minute. I got another guy on a Maxim? I kind of want to see if I can get on the Maxim. Look at this guy. Oh. Okay, alright. Okay, I'll see what's up. You guys come up behind me? Or is that her? No, that's her dead-ass body. shot the box. There we go. Give me that. Now what? That was fun while it lasted. Alright, close combat now. I shot that guy. Getting away. I'm kind of safe of the area. I'm just gonna run. I might not stand there and let you shoot me. What? Come on. Come on. Get off the horse. Alright. I have not landed a single shot in like 30 seconds. What is going on? There we go. Facial. You know what? Oh boy. Come on, I already killed the bounty. If you guys are gonna mess around on horses, I'm gonna call mine in. Remember, you started. Now it's on. You knocked my hat off. I'm pissed. How did that miss? Where is my pump action shotgun? I won't buy it, that's why. Now you're all gonna pay. Starting with you. Yeah, run. What was a siren? There was like a siren going on. Do these guys just keep coming? Oh, sniper. That's what the siren was. A sniper. I mean, I only a siren for a sniper. Oh, good here. I feel like... Can you ever, like, kill all of them? I don't know. Keep trying. Like, run out of bullets, at least. Don't hide behind the horses, dude. That's so cheap. trapped in the barn here. Alright, go ahead, Punisher. Get out of here, dude. I feel like every time I've gotten the, like, thinned out the herd, more guys have showed up. Oh. Oh. This guy's got something powerful. Where is he? Ooh. I can't aim it, but it's powerful. Ooh, running shot. Why is that? Didn't I blow that dynamite up already? Explosives? Alright, come on. Where's this guy? There's two more. We'll see if it gives me another wave. Or if these are really the last two. Kinda wish I didn't kill her, but I was determined to get her out of that stupid thing. Headshot, get out of here. Like I was saying, last of my weekends for the win. I think that's it. Until I start riding back with her, I'm sure. How did I not already level up? Almost there. I kind of want to bring her back on the wagon. You know what? Let's have some fun. Put her on a horse. I love her dress. It's awesome. Skirt, whatever it's called. Can we do this? Am I going to Strawberry? Is that really the closest? Or is there like a prison wagon somewhere? I don't have her with me anymore, so it's hard to say. Let's see what happens. I always wanted to drive one of these. Look at that turret turns. Come on, horse, keep up. I don't want to, like, fail. Just get too far away. Oh, here they come. Your boss is already dead. I would love to hop in the turret right now. I feel like I need a little more space to operate there. Oh man, there's a ton of guys. Alright. These guys are relentless. Sorry to get to the point where my... Oh no, my horse got shot. Punisher, no! Alright, the wagon thing would have been fun if I had like a posse behind me. Get out of there, dude! Fucking shot. Holy crow. I really wish Punisher would stop following me. Alright, we got it. This is a bad idea. Don't do this, guys. Don't bother with the wagon. Unless you got like a posse of people behind you. Punisher! Get out of here! Stop getting shot! Alright, now we gotta go back and get the bounty. Alright, I tried to do, like, have fun, but it's so hard playing solo sometimes. Like, my horse is about to die. I already died once. Brought it back from the dead. Let's just go. I said we'd do some bounty stuff today. Alright, sometimes... Oh, you said there is one I like. Fingers crossed. Silence. Oh, man. Not bad. I feel like now that I put her on the horse and I'm doing this the right way, there'll probably be no more guys coming after me. Probably could have rode that wagon back into town. Yeah. I like to have some fun. What else? I mean, you know, what else are you gonna do? Right? The whole point of playing games is to have fun. I feel like too many people lose sight of that. You see people complaining about this game online sometimes. The blood money thing recently. Like, people were complaining about it like crazy. I think it's just because people were rushing through it. Like, that's no fun. I'm not supposed to rush through this stuff. Especially if it's not timed. This is an untimed mission. You can do whatever you want. I can walk. I can walk this bounty across the map if I wanted to right now. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could. There's stuff like that. Like, a lot of times I feel like Rockstar gives you the platform. You go do what you want to do. That's like, you know, people complained about that with single player. That was too much, like, go from point A to point B and do it exactly the way Rockstar wanted you to do it. So they kind of responded with this stuff. It's like, people still complain. People are going to complain no matter what, I guess. It's the ultimate message there. But yeah, throw some dynamite. Use some toxic moonshine. You have that, all those weapons in your arsenal. Use them. There we go.
Trot along and throw 'em round back, Paul Bear. You'll get your reward.
Paul Bear. That's hilarious. That's the thing, you can do stuff in so many ways, but to rush through everything. Exactly. Like, exactly. Then complain you don't have anything to do? Like, that's what everyone did. Everyone rushed through that stuff. I saw a ton of videos of people completing that train mission in a really cool, fun way. It took some time. That's why I took my time with the Ember of the East. I knew I had time. It wasn't a timed mission. So I'm like, I'm just going to go through each one of these guys, and as I go through them one by one, eventually I will get to the ruby. So, I said it before, I'll continue to say it. This game is what you make it to be. You want to go fishing all the time, go fishing all the time. You want to do bounties like that all the time, do bounties like that all the time. Me, personally, I like to try it all. So, dressed like a bounty hunter today, we did some bounty hunter stuff. Tomorrow, I'll dress like in a legendary animal garment. Hey, horse, what's up, buddy? Dress like a legendary animal tomorrow. We'll do some legendary animal stuff. I appreciate everyone who hung out in the chat with me today. As always, thank you for keeping me company. If you're new to the channel, watching this on the replay, not subscribed yet, please go ahead and click that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. I do this every weekday, Monday through Friday, right around 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Look forward to seeing the next one. Until then, take care. Bye.